Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Microphone checker. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome and thanks for joining in. Switch, thank you for that heart me. Don Shoemaker, thank you for that heart me. If you're joining in today, don't forget to send me your heart me. You know I want your love. Pitinaire, how are you doing? It's nice to see me. Well, you know what? It's nice to see you. Thanks for tuning up right here on a Sunday for another IHodlLife Live. I hope you guys are ready for another amazing live, like always. Genius, Lion, thank you so much for those heart me's. Cockadoodoo, thank you for the heart me's. Goat, thank you for the heart me's. You guys know it boosts my page. And yes, Switch, I will flip my camera. Samir Sam, thank you. Thank you for the heart me. There we go. Now you guys can read it correct. Yeah? It's a bit dark back there. I think I need some more lighting back there. Wouldn't you agree? Dean, thank you for that heart me. I appreciate it. It helps boost my page. Campfire King, welcome. Nice to see you joining in. Lola Bridgette, welcome. And nice to see you joining in. There's Lola sending me some love. Thank you, Campfire King. You know I want that heart me. Thank you so much. What's happening, everybody? What's going on out there on this amazing Sunday, on this fabulous weekend? Shanna Mackey, thank you so much for that love. I don't know where you guys are in the world or what you're doing, but I'll tell you the weather here in Ottawa, Canada is absolutely amazing. I love the fall season. I like when the trees start changing color, which they're just beginning to do now. Robert, thank you for that heart me, Robert. Appreciate. And I just love this season. It's absolutely amazing. I'm definitely a jeans and sweater weather kind of person. Kevin Smith, welcome. Nice to see you and thanks for joining in. Jabari says, I have to join the insiders. Smulis, thank you so much for your heart me. You guys know it helps boost my page. Thank you so much. Jabari, if you are looking to get in the insiders, just make sure you're in our Discord, step number 1. And if you're in our Discord, then you can just ask in the community chat how to get into the insiders. SRC, thank you so much for that love, Sean. So if you want to join the insiders, you can go into the Discord and write in the community chat that you want to join the insiders. If you are not in insiders already, it costs $200 a year for the calls and the signals and the information that's available in insiders, unless you're a tokenized financial client, and then you get access to it for free. Thank you. Thank you so much for that heart me. Big love to you. It's raining in beautiful British Columbia right now. It is very beautiful in BC. Happy Sunday to you, Shanna. I hope you're having an amazing weekend. Same season in New England. Nice and sunny, or no, it's fall season, right? Sunny and still mostly warm, little cool in the morning, little cool in the evenings, but mostly warm all day. And beautiful weather, just as far as the trees starting to change colors and, you know, the transformation. Spring and fall are really nice seasons because of the transformation that happens. For those of you following my page, as we're always learning to transform ourselves to be better versions of ourselves, you know, watching nature around you is a very perfect example. SM5, thank you for that heart me. You know I want that love. What up, Lisa? What up, Mario? How are you guys doing out there? I hope you're having an amazing weekend. iVisions, hello to you and shout out to you out there in the Netherlands. Board Bob says he's blocked again. What? I just unblocked Board Bob. That's impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible. I just unblocked Board Bob. If not, there's some creepy hacker shit going on here. There's no way Board Bob is blocked after we just unblocked him from last Sunday. Let me search him. Board Bob 22. Look, he even came up in my search as the last one I searched. I only see this one, Board Bob 2276. It says you're not blocked, and it says that your account is private. No, you're not blocked. You're on YouTube, silly. I'm on TikTok. Could you imagine? Candy B. Me Clark, yes, send me those heart me's. If you're in my chat right now and you haven't sent me a heart me yet, I want your love. Send me your love. It boosts my page. Don't send me any gifts. I don't want any gifts. Only the heart me's because they boost my page. Big bam. Robert, thank you so much for that love. Lola, Route 66. Route 66. Interesting. Interesting name. I was just doing something today and Route 66 came up. Not the physical Route 66, the real secret behind Route 66 and the music industry. But anyway, we're not going to talk about that on this channel because I want to keep my channel. So, what up, everyone, and thanks for joining in. Don't send me any gifts, guys. I only want heart me's because it boosts my page. Tap that screen and send me heart me's. That's the only thing. See, Board Bob, he's here. There you go. Board Bob, you're in. You're in the house. You got in. The doorman didn't stop you. Welcome, my friend. And you even sent me a heart me. Board Bob, Brent Ferry, thank you so much for that love. Candy B says, happy Sunday to everyone. So to everybody out there in the IHodlLife community, happy Sunday to you from Candy B and from all of us here at the IHodlLife team. Good morning, S. Lopez. And what's shaking? Yeah, Hot Wheels, you send me that love. You send me that love, we'll go for a rip in the Rari. Sith Lord, thank you for the gift, but you don't need to send me any gifts. My page is a gift for you guys, a gift of knowledge. Just send me heart me's because it boosts my page, and feel free to tap that screen if you like my content because it also boosts my page. Other than that, save your gifts, give them to your girlfriends. Should you load up on XRP at $2.74? This is a really tough question because we saw in 2017 when XRP went boom all the way up to $3 and then we saw it taper down and it went all the way down to, I don't know, 30 or 50 cents or something like that. And it stayed there for quite a bit. You know, 2017 until present day is quite a long window of time. And this is where you get a lot of that XRP hate from people who bought at the top of that market and then it came down. But the reality is if they just continued to hold it, they haven't really lost anything, but they also haven't really made anything in that window of time. That money could have made a lot of profit in the crypto with other cryptos. So that doesn't necessarily mean that XRP is not a good crypto in that window of time. It's just that their way that they played it didn't work out based on where they entered. So that comes to the question now. Do I enter again at the $3 range? We're at $2.74. We're approaching bear market in 2026 and we're at the end of 2025. How much time do I have left and does it make sense to enter at $2.74 just to find out that bear market hits and we stroll all the way back down to $1 again and now I have to wait 3 or 4 years before it comes back? Is that possible? Yes. Is it likely? Not really, because of the more mass adoption and institutional use that we have now. I'll remind you that current day, XRP is the only regulated cryptocurrency on the planet. It has now got green light approval from the SEC and all lawmakers. So there's a big difference going on than at that time. So when we look at it right now, should we still be buying at $2.74? My answer is yes, for those of you who already have cryptocurrency called XRP. For those of you who have never bought XRP before, you have to buy it at $2.74 with an understanding of what just happened over the last cycle of us going through the bull cycle of 2021, XRP being suppressed from the SEC lawsuit, and it didn't have the effect that all the other cryptos did in the bull run, which is why we waited from 2017 all the way until present day. But now the SEC case isn't there anymore. So, assuming all bull run opportunity goes the way it's supposed to on schedule, we should see a really great movement from XRP, which means at $2.74, it's still a great cryptocurrency to be buying. For a brand new person who enters, puts 5K into it, and we hit bear market in 2026, the question now becomes, what happens between today when you enter at that price and when we cash out in the bear market? And how much knowledge do you have in this space to capture profit, pay attention, know if it's not going up, know what to hold, know what to convert to stablecoin, understand when we're about to hit bear market? Those are the details that become more relevant than is it the right time to enter? Because in my opinion, yes, if you're buying XRP under $10, it's the right time to enter. Just like when you were buying, Ethereum at $2, that's when I entered the crypto space. Ethereum was $2.02. Yes, it was the right decision to buy it under $10. Sure, it was better at $1.50. Sure, at $3.50, it was a lot more expensive than $2 when I started, but it was still the right choice to keep buying it. I hope that long-term understanding puts into perspective what I mean when I say I understand it's at one of its highest points, but yes, it's still a good thing to be buying. Should we load up on XRP? That's up to you. As far as loading up, buying it at $2.74, I agree with, but loading up, I talk about diversification all the time. I talk about balancing a portfolio properly. I talk about XRP being one of the greatest opportunities out there. However, you should not have all your money in that token or that coin because it's technically a coin. You should have it broken across a certain amount of coins based on how much money you're investing. And how many coins you have is directly correlated to how much money you're investing. The less money you have, the tighter you have to be. What up, Robert, and good day to you, my friend. Lola, good afternoon to you. When you make the appointment with you, you just have to wait for you to email me. Well, what happens is when you book the meeting with me, you will automatically get an email with a link in it saying you booked a meeting at this day and time, and here's the link to join the meeting. And then also, just in case you lose the email, on the day of the meeting, probably 5 minutes or so before the meeting, Maria will send you an email with the link in it saying, hi, we're in the meeting, are you going to join? And then from any phone or tablet, you can just click on the link. You don't need any special software. You can just click on the link and it will automatically open you into a video call with us. What up, Big Bam? I hope you're having an amazing weekend. What's the consensus on the upcoming week's price action? I don't really know what's going to happen in the next week because if you break crypto down by that small of a window, you're going to end up doing cryptocurrency wrong. What you really should just be paying attention to is when you have money to enter the market, you want to be entering it on the days of the week that it's the most red, as opposed to entering on the days that are green. So if Wednesday of the week shows up and you have $1,000 to enter in the crypto space, you may enter it Wednesday, you may not enter it till Friday, depending on whether the market is red or green. Always remember, the market moves like this. So when it's green, it's only a matter of a day or two before it goes red again. And if it's red today, it's only a day or two before it goes green again. Now that doesn't mean we're gonna have massive growth and massive drop. It just means that when I enter my money in the market, I wanna enter my money in the market when it's here. As much as possible, as much as I possibly can. So when it's doing this motion, you see how most of the fluctuation is above where I entered? Now my money looks like more. My $1,000 looks like $1,050, $1,100, $1,200, as opposed to I enter here, and now my price looks like $900, $800, $900, $800. Nothing has happened. It's the same amount of value to your growth and lost profit. It's the same thing. It's just a different way that you will perceive it. And this is why we stick by a simple rule of thumb. You always enter on red days. If it's green, chill, wait 12 hours, wait 24 hours. You'll see it'll be red. If it's up 10, 15%, it'll be down 8, 9% the next 2 or 3, 4 days, because the market always moves like this, with the exception of the parabolic blow up. So almost all the time, if it's green today, you can just chill. Like today, the market is mostly red. It's mostly down about 5 to 6%. Great day to be entering the market. You watch the next 2 or 3 days, it'll be up 8 or 9%. But because it was down 5 to 6% today, the market really hasn't moved. It's just doing this motion. So when you enter on the red days, it will always make you feel better, because you'll be floating on the higher end of your entry point. Thank you, Board Bob, for that heart me. It says it was the first gift you've ever sent me, Board Bob. That's amazing. It's probably because you got banned and then came back, so it recognized you as your first gift. What is the best platform to invest in crypto? There's no platform to invest in crypto, but you can use multiple different exchanges to buy crypto and then send the crypto into your own self-custody. And what exchanges you use, S. Lopez, is based on where you live. If you're in Canada, you might want to use Coinbase or Crypto.com. If you're in the United States, you might want to use Coinbase or Uphold. If you're overseas, you might want to check out Prime XBT or LCX. So depending on where you're located, different exchanges will give you different accessibility and different benefits. What is my prediction of XRP? My prediction of XRP is very simple. It's the same prediction I've had for the last 2 to 3 years. Ready? Everyone ready for the XRP prediction? Get your pens and papers ready. It's going to be a number you can't believe. You're not even going to believe it. It will be unbelievable as a number. Are you ready? My prediction for XRP is you're going to wish you bought more. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here all evening. You can get an autograph after 8 p.m. Feel free to come to the side of the stage. You're going to wish you bought more. That's my prediction for XRP. Just like today, you look back and you're like, oh, I heard about Bitcoin, but I didn't buy any. And you really wish you would have just bought any at all. Well, now you finally did it. You finally pulled the trigger, your balls dropped, and you made a decision, and you actually bought some. Now you have some XRP. Now you have some. You did what you didn't do with Bitcoin. You actually have some. I promise you, you're going to wish you bought more. Time will test it. It will bleed me. You'll laugh at me and say, you said, Tristan, but when the time bleeds out enough, I'll turn around and say, fucking told you so. Did you hold on to it? Or did you lose it in emotion? Or did you lose it in patience? Because that will be the conversation. That's right, Hot Wheels. Welcome to a Sunday AMA. Feel free to drop your questions, but please be patient, everyone. I can already see that there's 72 comments I haven't got to yet, so please be patient. Please don't spam the chat. I'll try to get through everyone's comments as fast as I can. What are my thoughts on SHX? I think SHX is a very good yet mediocre cryptocurrency. And the reason I think it's a mediocre cryptocurrency is because there's other cryptos in the crypto space that I think are in a position for a bigger multiplier in the next 1 to 2 or 3 year window, which means that's where I should have my money positioned in my portfolio. But as far as SHX being a really good protocol in crypto, I think it's amazing. I think it's fantastic. It's definitely still going to be here next bull run and the bull run after that, along with many other very good cryptocurrencies, but I move them into the middle range value because of their multiplier effect. And I don't think SHX is going to be a massive performer compared to other cryptocurrencies. So if you have a $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 portfolio, for sure, go stack some SHX because it's a good solid crypto and you can afford to diversify that wide into the crypto space. But if you're under $100,000, there's so many other cryptos that you should have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7K in first before you even look at SHX. And this is really based on the performance of a portfolio, not only the quality of a cryptocurrency, meaning its longevity or long-term, purpose. Everything will crash, Spiritual Tommy. It'll crash in mid to late 2026 when we enter the bear market. But before we enter the bear market, we're going to have a parabolic season. We're going to have a very hard red period, which is going to be the bear trap. And everyone's going to think it's the bear market, but it's not. And all the influencers are going to tell you it's over. And I'm going to be one of the few telling everyone to buy, get more, get more. It's not over yet, get more. You'll see. And then it's going to go boom. It's going to have a parabolic season. A whole bunch of people are going to get printed out rich. And then it's going to everyone's going to buy back in like a bunch of crazy animals. And that's what's going to pump it up even higher. You'll see. I saw it last cycle. I saw it in the cycle before. Anyway, that's what's going to happen. And then once we're cashed out and we're sitting in profit level, everyone is still buying in, still going to be buying in. We're still going to be watching the candle shoot up while we're already collected profits, thinking, oh, we should have stayed longer because we're a bunch of greedy fucks. And we're going to say to ourselves, man, do I ever wish I bought more. That's what's going to happen. And then because everyone's buying back in now because the green candle happened, then it's going to crash probably mid to late 2026. With the elongation of the period that I've seen so far this bull cycle, I would say November 2026 would be bear market entry. Potentially a couple months before, potentially a couple months after. It's very hard to pin a crypto market to an exact time, but that would be my estimation based on being in crypto since 2016 and living through 2 full cycles already. Carlos, thank you for that heart me. If you're in my chat right now and you haven't sent me a heart me yet, please do so. It boosts my page. Don't send me any gifts. I don't need any gifts. Thank you. This page is a gift for you, but please send me a heart me because it helps boost my page. And if you like my content, feel free to tap that screen. My goal is to receive 100,000 likes every time I do a live on Sundays. And we're at 35,000 right now, so feel free to tap that screen. Staska, Roygun, and somebody else I just missed. Damn it, I hate when I miss your names. But you know I got love for you. Whoever's name I missed, there's an extra hug for you. Ken, thanks for your question. When an ETF is approved, how long does it take for the 2 parties to act on it? That I'm not 100% sure of, Ken. I don't know if there's a specific time that is legally allotted. Adrian, thank you so much for that heart me. I don't know if there's a time that's legally allotted for the ETF approval from the time that it does get approved for the time that parties can act on it. I would have to do a little bit of deeper researching. I'm not sure of the technicals on that. I would estimate a 48-ish hour window, but I'm only estimating. I don't know for sure. One great thing you'll find out about my channel is if I don't know, I'll just tell you I don't know. I won't show you nothing. What up, Kay, and grand rising to you. Chief Jet, M. What up, M? Our #1 ambassador here at IHodlLife. Mimi, thank you so much for that heart me. And M, welcome to today's live. Nate, thanks for your question. If I was going to invest something small, like $50 a month, what coins do you think are best? Nate, this is such a good question, especially for all new people who say, I want to get into cryptocurrency. They never have. They don't really know what to do. They see people getting wealthy on cryptocurrency, but here's the fucking truth. They don't really have any money to invest. So they fall victim to, oh, well, I don't have enough to invest, so I'm not going to make any money. And that's absolutely false. If anyone here knows my story of $36, you already know where I'm going with this. So you should take your $50 that you get a month and you should invest it into crypto. I know you're going to ask what coins. I'll get to that. And you should invest it into crypto with your next month, $50, and put it in and just keep doing that cycle over and over and over. And after you do it for about a year or two, you're going to realize that you no longer have $50 to invest. Now you're investing $300, $400, and $500. Do you know why? Because the perception in your mind has now changed to a asset gathering, wealth gathering. So what happens is the reality around you begins to change. You literally leave channel 2 and go to channel 3. Remember how I talk about all the different realities that exist at the same time that you could currently be living based on your perception and where you choose to exist. So you choose to exist in a wealthier mind state state. Thank you, Shazia, for that heart me. You want to exist in that wealthier mind state, which you do by doing that $50 investment. And by doing that, suddenly the universe around you starts making opportunity, people, and things happen in your life. Devil Dogs, thank you so much. And now suddenly you are getting more opportunity, more money is coming to you. And now you're not doing $50 a month. You're doing 100, 200, 300, 500. And then 3, 4, 5 years later, it's 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000. And you create this compounding effect of not just wealth money, but wealth mindset. You want to know why it's really easy for billionaires to go broke and then bounce back to $1 billion again so fast? Like Donald Trump's done it like 6 times. Do you want to know why it's so easy for people like that? Because their brain exists wealthy. They lose all their money, they have nothing, and the first thought is, who can I borrow $1 million from and get myself a Range Rover and start a business? That's their first thought. Whereas the broke-ass mindset thinks, oh no, where am I going to live and what am I going to eat? Do you understand the difference in where their brain exists? And for that reason, because their brain exists in a different place, their heart, their feelings, and their emotions are magnetizing a different frequency. It has nothing to do with good or bad. It only has to do with where you choose to exist. So you're putting your $50, you're growing your mental money mindset along with your financial money mindset. And now the question becomes, well, what cryptos do I buy then? What you don't do is you don't follow all the influencers telling you which one's going to make you the next amount of money quickly. You don't do that. Instead, you go for foundation. You're not ready to do finishing touches on your house yet. You go for foundation. So you start buying the basics: Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, the basics, Solana, maybe Avalanche, and you start just branching out a little bit, but you've only got $50. So $50 into Bitcoin. Next $50, $50 into Ethereum. Next $50, $50 into XRP. Now you've got 3 cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin for your long-term hold. It's not going to make you tons of multipliers, but it's going to be stable. Ethereum is going to be the middle of the road, middle of the range multiplier, also mostly stable. XRP is a little bit more of the wild card. It may go a little crazier up and down, but ultimately could give me the biggest multiplier. So now I just keep stacking all 3 of those. So 3 months later, I have $150 in crypto, $50 on 3 different cryptos. And then I repeat the cycle. Month number 4, $50 on Bitcoin. Month number 5, $50 on Ethereum. Now I have $100 on 3 different cryptos, and I have $300 in crypto only 6 months later. And so on and so forth. And that's how you build a portfolio, Nate. And then you're going to go through a 4-year cycle. You're going to hit the parabolic season somewhere in there. And when you do, you're now $200, $300 because you've built it up over a year or two is now $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. And boom, you hit a bull run. It's going crazy, but you don't pay attention to that. You just keep inserting. You don't pay attention to all the volatility. You don't listen to all the noise. And then all of a sudden, boom, you actually catch a bull run without even knowing it. You don't really know the cycle, but boom, it happens eventually. It's inevitable. And now your 3,000 is 15, 20, 30,000, let's say. Nothing crazy, but 15, 20, 30,000. That's a lot of fucking money for somebody who's only investing a couple $100 or even $1,000. And now you get smart and you don't sell it all. You don't cash it out like a dummy. You've grown a money mindset. So you realize if I cash that $20,000, $30,000 out and spend it on my life, which I really do need to do because I'm still a poor, small time investor, I'm actually going to be smart. And I'm going to just pull out $10,000 and bite the bullet. Fuck, I got 20 G's sitting there I could toy with, but instead I'm gonna think that I'm gambling with it, but I'm not. I'm gonna be smart with it. Fuck, and I'm gonna take only 10 G's and I'm gonna do what I want with my life, which I could use a lot more than 10 G's for, likely when you're that level of investor dollar-wise. And you take 20 grand and you leave it in there. And then here's where your balls get bigger than your fucking head. Here's where your balls get really fucking big. And for you girls, here's where your ab muscles get really fucking big. This is where your diamond hands kick in. Okay, because you're going to enter bear market and your crypto value is going to decrease and you're going to get intelligent. You're going to realize what you've done. You're going to realize the process of what's happened. You're going to keep playing your entry game. And because of that effect, By the time you hit a second bull run, by the time you accidentally don't even know when it is, hit a second parabolic season, which will happen within a 6 to 7 year window of investing, your $10, $20, or $30,000 is now going to be $100,000 or $200,000. This is serious money for someone who thinks 20 or 30K is big money. This is now buy a house money. This is getting out of renting and own your own house level money. Put a deposit on something that's yours level money. You're changing your life. And how did it start? It started with your $50. It started with a plan of evolving your mental mindset for money and a plan of investing in crypto. You didn't run up to the table, listen to all these other dummy influencers out there and think, which one? ABC dumbass token? Which one? 000 what? How I get 1 million of them for how many? $5? All that bullshit is going to make you broke in crypto. And if you just follow a very methodical, focused, asset grinding, acquiring mindset, you're going to leave the life you currently live, and you're going to evolve, and you're going to change your channel, and you're going to start existing in a different reality. And that existing in a new reality will come with loss and new change. New things will happen, old things will disappear. And that includes things, people, places, experiences, and emotions. And no matter where you are, who you are, and what you have, I promise you there's better. I promise you abundance is much more abundant than you could ever imagine. And yes, thank you, M. For anyone wishing to book a meeting with me, the link is in the top of my TikTok page. Is staking ETH worth it? Yes, it is, but you shouldn't be staking all of your crypto, and you should also be careful about when you're staking your ETH. If you have any money in Ethereum that you think you want to cash out in the bull run, which means bull run goes up and you're going to take some profit from it, then you don't want it staked, because the bull run happens and you're going to go to unstake and it's going to say, please wait 21 days to unstake your crypto, and the bull run will be gone by that time. Last cycle, the bull run only lasted 18 days. 18 days of a parabolic season. Bitcoin, ETH, and Sol for you. That's a really great way to do it, Sean. Those are really basic. And Sol is probably, you could replace XRP with Sol very easily, or add both of them in and start stacking all four of those. Sol is probably the best new potential layer one at this time. I think Avalanche is a better overall layer one, but because of what's evolved on Solana right now versus Avalanche, today Solana is a little bit more of a more profitable advantage. There's more chance that it's going to do a boom from 200 to 2K kind of thing like we saw Ethereum do in the past, just because of the ecosystem that's built on it, which Avalanche doesn't have yet, even though I do and will tell you that Avalanche tech is better than Solana. Don't be emotional on your crypto. It'll drive you crazy. Absolutely it will. One of the best things that the community has said at Tokenized Financial is, you know what, Tristan, one of the greatest things that you taught me is not necessarily what cryptos to have, but you taught me not to freak out when things went crazy. You taught me not to sell when I listened to some other influencers. You taught me not to get out of crypto last February when everyone told me we were at the top and crypto was all over. You taught me all those things, which kept me steady in the game. That's one of the biggest advantages our tokenized financial clients get, is we remove the crazy volatility of crypto. They already know we know what to do, and we'll message them if they need to do anything. If you guys haven't booked a meeting with us yet at Tokenized Financial to design your portfolio yet, feel free to do so. The link is in the top of my TikTok page. You must have $25,000 or higher for us to design your portfolio and your exit strategy and give you all the signals for the year on when to sell. Board Bob, I would never ban you for some reason. Likely I was just grabbing the screen trying to ban someone who was spamming the chat or something, and I accidentally hit your name as the chat was moving, something like that. It's the only way it would happen. So if that ever happens, guys, message me, find me in Discord. This is the value of being in the Discord too. What if I did accidentally block someone and I didn't mean to? This is actually the second time. A long time ago, I don't know, about a year ago, I forget who it was, but somebody, it was a girl in the community in our Discord messaged, and somehow I accidentally blocked her on the screen trying to block scammers. So either fat fingers or a quick moving screen, I'm not sure, but one of the two. Any view on Open VPP? No. Blockstreet? No. Gala? Avo? No. Chili's? No. Revox? Unibase? No. All of those, no. Mathis, Vander, Viver, where the hell are you hanging out in crypto? Because all of the cryptos you just mentioned are garbage. I mean, especially in comparison to what's in the market for you to own. All of that is garbage. Those are things you shouldn't even be looking at and questioning, which makes me question, where are you hanging out in the Web3 space? I caution you. All of that is trash. Do you see XRP reaching $10 by the end of the year? No, I see you learning patience by the end of the year. Aside from utility projects, would you invest in RWAs or AI projects? Absolutely, I would. Certain projects that are built on layer ones that are doing good jobs with tokenization, for sure they're good investments. But you have to have enough money to spread around. You probably should just be investing in the underlying layer one before you start investing on services and products that are built on top of that layer one. Just saying. And same with AI projects. You probably want to be buying AI layer ones as opposed to a project or an agent that's built on top of somebody's layer one. You saw all these influencers talking about, oh, TARS AI, AI agent, you better buy it. Well, why not just buy Solana? All that is a fucking AI service on top of Solana, which is going to, in the future, hold like 15 different AI services. So if you think about it in a bigger mindset, Solana's the play, not the little products that are built on top of it, unless you have additional money to get into them young and early and hope for a small early multiplier effect because you already have your Solana bags packed. This is what I'm talking about when I say depending on how much money you have, a cryptocurrency may or may not be right for you. Just because the crypto's good doesn't mean it's good for you because you might not have enough to afford it. And that's not offensive. I'm just saying based on your portfolio value. There's 100 cryptos out there. I don't have a big ass fucking portfolio. And there's 100 cryptos out there I could still add to my crypto portfolio, but I can't because I would need to have another $3 million to buy those. Or else I don't have enough money in each crypto to make real money. Most of you have way too many cryptos, less than $2,000 in a crypto, and you're not going to make any money. You have no compounding power. The 18 days is going to walk right in front of you and past you, and you're going to say, woohoo, I made $5,000. Whoop-de-fucking-do. This is why having your portfolio designed professionally is so crucial. It's not only about what cryptos you have, it's about how much money you have in them compared to what else you have in your portfolio, compared to where we are in the bull run, compared to what season is left as far as multiplier effect, compared to what is your goals. How much do you need to cash out? How much are you leaving in asset value? And what does your AKA exit strategy look like? All services that we provide at Tokenized Financial. Your mind is set that you're a billionaire. That's what I like to hear. That is what I like to hear. How am I doing? I'm doing awesome, Carlos. How are you doing? Sorry, guys. TikTok spun me ahead and made me miss a whole bunch of comments. Whatever. Nothing I could do about it. I can't get to the comments fast enough. Literally like 100 comments just vanished. TikTok just like pushed me, pushed me down. But that's okay. I love all the comments. Keep them coming, ladies and gentlemen. I love the comments. HBAR is a very, very good cryptocurrency. Yes, it is. If you only have $100, same thing. You should be doing the Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana route, and you should just be stacking every time you get $100. Pick two, drop $50. Pick two more, drop $50. Now you got 4 cryptos. Stack them all up until you have $1,000 in each, and then keep repeating until you have $2,000 in each, and then keep repeating until you have $3,000 in each. And now you're ready to add 1 or 2 more cryptos and play the same game. And now as those ones at 3,000 are growing up to the 5,000, these ones are growing up to the 1 and the 2,000, and you're slowly fattening up your compounding capability for when the bull season happens. I'll remind you all, I started my entire cryptocurrency journey with $36 purchase of Bitcoin, and I didn't get rich off of that $36. I got rich off of the mindset of continually putting in a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, and over a period of 10 years, it grew me rich. Absolutely, I like Hedera RJ Gen X Money Train. Hedera Hashgraph, the only non-blockchain. It's a hash graph. Absolutely incredible technology, widely used for AI generations, and they're going to be a big player in the future. They're not going anywhere. When I tell you guys that purpose-built layer ones are the most important blockchains that you could be investing in, the most important crypto plays, HBAR fits right into that category. So when I talk about Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and Solana, it's because those four are kind of the most for guaranteed that a newbie who doesn't know what he's doing isn't going to experience a ton of volatility. If you were going to step outside of that and buy some really, really good cryptocurrencies, but they're going to come with some volatility effect, well, now you're stepping into Stellar Lumens. Now you're stepping into HBAR. Now you're stepping into Avalanche. Now you're stepping into Polkadot. Now you're stepping, and the list can go on. Now you're stepping into all kinds of great new opportunities. But for the guy who's only got $50 or $100, they're not ready for that yet. And again, your portfolio is very, very focused based on the amount of money you have. Most people build their portfolio wrong because they don't know how to structure the amount of money they have properly. Roy Gunn, you got a notification. Welcome and thanks for joining in. How much does it cost? Well, the service that we offer charges you a one-time setup fee. The setup fee is based on the size of your portfolio. So the bigger your portfolio, the slightly larger your cost is. So there's a one-time setup fee to set up your portfolio, your exit strategy, get into an hour video with you, educate you about all of it, train you on it, make sure you know how your exit strategy works. And then ongoing beyond that, it's 2% annual a year. The first year is included for free. So it would start in January 2026. You'd pay 2% of your portfolio year after year after year for ongoing administration, ongoing questions and service, ongoing training and education, and ongoing access to private services that are offered in the IHodlLife community. So you get ongoing call signals of buy, sell, etc., what to do in the bear market, how we're going to position, earn passive income on our crypto we didn't cash out, all of those kinds of details, invite to investor meetings and video calls and opportunities outside of crypto that arise in the world. All of that kind of benefits come with tokenized financial clients. And the cost directly is one-time setup fee, which varies, as I mentioned, based on your portfolio size, which only ever happens once anyway, and then 2% every year based on your portfolio. Shane, the bull run and the parabolic season are not the same thing. The bull run was a year and a half. The parabolic season was 18 days, which means for 18 days, crypto went from $2 trillion to $4 trillion. The whole market doubled. Just boom. That would be like Bitcoin today at 100K, just going boom to 200K like overnight or over an hour. Imagine what that surge would look like on a chart, or green candles, or what the crypto space would, what your crypto bubbles would look like on a day like that. That's the parabolic season, and that happened for an 18-day window in 2021. But the bull run season after the halving is literally a year and a half. For a year and a half, you're going to make profits if you play it right. All the people who have been following my channel since 2022, you have already made profits on all kinds of cryptos. Not all of them. There's some that we got lost on. There's some we got in new on early. We totally lost our bags on. But there's others that offset that by such a great deal. We went from having this much money in crypto to having this much money in crypto. However you want to fucking slice it. What tokens do I not hold? I don't hold all the bullshit tokens that all the influencers are telling you are new and cheap and early and the next one to blow up. I hold all the good long-term utility quality cryptos that are going to be here tomorrow no matter what happens in the market. So I don't gamble in the crypto space. We build real solid portfolios. Thanks, Mickey Finn, for your question. My thoughts on the ZBEC network is it's a very overhyped cryptocurrency. I called this out quite a while back, and everyone who bought in when the hype was up, all of you have lost money since then. In the long term, if ZBEC does secure a lot of the partnerships that it's talking about, then it will be a very solid cryptocurrency. But it's funny how people are running around saying, oh my God, you should buy ZBEC because they partnered with XRP, but lose the understanding that doesn't that mean that if I think ZBEC is so great because they're partnering with XRP, Shouldn't I just be buying XRP then? Like if my reasoning for approval of them is because they're working with XRP, then shouldn't my reasoning be to go buy the XRP because they're the whole reason that even makes me have any validation of them at all? Does that not make sense to you? But behind that, what you're really doing is you're running around, what's the next opportunity to go boom? Where do I? That's what you're doing. It's the casino effect that leads you to the, but Zipback Network, but is it the next one? Should I buy that? Instead of just buying the one that's giving you validation of why that is even worth anything at all. I hope that makes clear sense to you guys. Aikido. I don't have any thoughts on that. No idea what it is. No idea what Advantis is either. No ideas what Mamo is either. Be careful, guys. Anyone can go and spawn up any cryptocurrency and write up a website and put a whole bunch of information about what they're going to do. But the proof is in the pudding. There is thousands and thousands of blockchains out there, layer ones, that have wonderful websites, a great story of what they do, but they're not doing anything. And definitely if you're looking at AI, check out Tau. That is my favorite AI play in the entire crypto space, Soto. What do I think about Chainlink? I think Chainlink is amazing. Chainlink is the most connected cryptocurrency in the crypto space because it's a data oracle. It shares on-chain data and real-world data seamlessly for seamless operation of a blockchain. And they're partnered with just about everybody for the sharing of on-chain and off-chain data. And that's why they're called Chainlink. They kind of link the information off-world and on-world, so to say, for lack of a better way to describe it. They're a ERC20 token. They're built on top of Ethereum, and Ethereum is secure, it's sound, it's not going anywhere, so Chainlink is a powerhouse. What do I think about XCN? Thanks for your question, Mama Huevo. Everyone following my channel already knows 2 years ago-ish, I shouted out XCN and told you guys you better stack this one and hold it for the long term, and I'm still telling you that today. You better stack this one for the long term. Those of you who did stack the XCN when I told you, you sat around for 2 years wondering what the fuck did I do? Was Tristan right? And then last November, I don't know, you 10 or 20 times your money on XCN. I made enough money on XCN this year to start a whole brand new portfolio. That's how valuable XCN was this year. Although we invested in it and waited around for 2 years. And that's okay because we're not playing a casino. We're not here to invest and say, okay, well, what's happening now? What's it? That's why I always get a laugh. Thank you so much, Joe. Thank you so much for those shades. Those are dope. Shout out to you. I laugh at everyone that's always like, what's happening by the end of the week? What's happening by the end of the year? Is it going to be this by the end of the time? It's so small. It's so small compared to the real opportunity. I encourage you to follow my page, hit that like and follow, because the wealth of cryptocurrency is right before you. It's right in front of you. I know that 9 out of 10 people will not pick up the opportunity. That's why they called it 1%. But for those of you that do, I'm telling you, it's right there in front of you. Is it worth holding Doge on Mars? No, it definitely is not. Why'd you buy that shit in the first place? Because of exactly what I said. It was the casino effect. Oh, is that the one that's going to boom? And you went and you bought, is that the next meme one? It's named after Elon. It's got to be good. Tell me I'm fucking wrong, because I know I'm not. I know I'm not wrong. That's why it's in your fucking portfolio, and it shouldn't be. You guys got to stop selling yourself the crypto hype on the get rich quick and start realizing I'm not here to get rich quick. I'm here to grow wealth. I'm here to quit my 9 to 5. I'm here to not have to think about money anymore, and I'm going to do that with a methodical 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-year plan. I'm not standing here with a fucking lottery ticket at the casino doors. That's not what we're doing. Who fucking cares what the price is at the end of the year? Who fucking cares? How much of it did you stack before the price becomes whatever number matters? Think about that for a minute. When any crypto in your portfolio becomes whatever number matters to you, the question is then going to be, how much of it do you have? Am I not right? So who fucking cares what number it will be? If you think it's going to be any number at all, then doesn't it make sense that you should just focus on how much you should get? And am I not 100% correct that when you get there, and if it is whatever number you think it might be, if it is that, are you not going to tell yourself, fuck, I wish I would have been able to get more then? Imagine how much more money I'd have then. Is that not exactly what you're going to say? So why is your focus not on your now? Not on what can I do now to get this so that when I reach the now of holy fuck, my now is amazing. Instead of, oh, I wonder what that now is going to be like, and not pay attention to this now, which is going to make that now possible or not. Johnny RP says, oh, now I see why you're not answering. You're just selling a service. Johnny, I'm selling your service, buddy, right off of your page. You probably made a comment that I didn't like, or it wasn't important, or it didn't measure much, because the comments come in so fast that I have to kind of skip 2 or 3 or 4 and pick one out, skip 2 or 3 or 4 and pick one out, because they come in too fast. So likely yours was one of the 2 or 3 or 4 that skipped, and it wasn't really relevant to the conversation, and that's why it maybe got missed. Or maybe the chat just went too fast. Every now and then the chat just skips like 50 messages and I don't get to read them because it just comes in too fast. If you knew what it looked like on my screen, you would have more fucking patience. Our Discord is amazing. You guys definitely did join our Discord. The link is in the top of my TikTok page, or you can just download the Discord app and you guys can search IHodlLife Community. So just the name of our brand, IHodlLife, 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 2 L's, and community, IHodlLife Community on Discord. You'll also find it through all my socials, on my Twitter X, my YouTube, my TikTok. At the top of all of my socials, there's a little link that will access you to all of our services here at IHodlLife. Big Pimpin', sending me that love. If you're watching my channel right now and you like my content and you haven't sent me a heart me yet, please do. Don't send me any gifts. I don't need any gifts. My page is designed to be a gift of knowledge for you. So please just send me a heart me if you haven't already, because it helps boost my page. And feel free to tap that screen if you love my content. What's my thoughts on Mamo? XDC is absolutely amazing. For anyone who doesn't know, I told you that PayPal is launching their own stablecoin. So Elon Musk is launching his own stablecoin pretty much through PayPal, and it's called PYUSD, and it just went live on XDC the day before yesterday. So it hasn't really done all of its big liquidity growth yet, but it is technically live on XDC network, which means XDC layer 1 is now in its position to start getting stablecoins, ecosystem, just like Ethereum did, just like Solana is, just like Avalanche has just begun, and just like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 other layer 1s are sitting on the horizon ready to just jump into that game. I'm telling you, purpose-built layer 1s is the protocol. That is the game. It is going to be the $1 million maker. There'll be lots of other growth in the crypto space, AI, other certain segments, but layer 1s is going to make people rich. What crypto is going to give the highest gains? Nobody knows for sure. And anyone who tells you they know which crypto is going to perform the best, they're lying to you or they're trying to sell you something. Ultimately, when you invest in crypto, you want to diversify. Cryptocurrency in general is the best financial opportunity in the world right now, period. There's no other way to slice it. I don't care where you invest in the world, there's nothing more profitable than crypto right now. So that alone tells you that crypto is the correct choice. Which crypto? Nobody really knows. So diversification is the answer. This is why I mentioned when you have $50, you buy one, you get another $50, you buy another one, you get another $50, you buy another one, you end up with 4, and then you add and keep going. Now you have 100, now 200, now 300, you build up those 4, and then maybe you get a 5th one and start building, and you slowly start staircasing this growth of assets, and that's how you grow wealthy in crypto. Will bots affect this bull run? Absolutely not. Why would a bot affect the bull run? I don't understand. Thanks for your question. Celestia is a very, very good new layer 1. There's a whole bunch of new layer 1s that are out that are very good, but they're still yet to prove themselves. Sui, Celestia, IOs, Caspa, they're all great new layer 1s, but they have yet to prove themselves. And I encourage you to stack your Solana, your XRP, and your Avalanche, and your Cardano first. No, the switch has not flipped yet this year. We have not seen parabolic season yet in this cycle. And we know that because the cryptocurrency market right now, if anyone wants to follow along with me, you can go to coinmarketcap.com. Victor, thank you so much for the heart me. Don't forget to send me your heart me's, everyone. And everyone tap the screen together right now. Everybody quick together right now. We're at 95,000. My goal is 100,000 likes. So let's all do it together as a community. Everybody dance on the screen and let's crush out this last 5K and hit our goal. Everybody show me your love. Tappity tap, tap, tap on that screen. Everybody together. If we all do it together, we'll crush it out in just a few seconds. Watch the power of community. Look at that. We're already at 9. Look at done. Less than what? 15 seconds? You guys are animals. Animals out there. Less than 15 seconds. 5K. Boom. You guys are awesome. So as I was saying, anyone want to follow along? CoinMarketCap. You can go to CoinMarketCap. Let me show you a couple tricks right now. It's coinmarketcap.com. Get out your second phone. Get out your computer. Follow along. CoinMarketCap.com. In fact, I'll tell you what, guys. I'll tell you what. Enough looking at my pretty face, right? Enough looking at my pretty face. Let's, how do I swap around? Okay. You guys can see that now. Let me just back this up a little bit. So when you're here on CoinMarketCap, for anyone who wants to know where we're at coinmarketcap.com. And when you're on coinmarketcap.com, right here is something interesting to pay attention to. You see this greed index? If we were in alt season or we were in bull run season, this greed index would be way the fuck over here. Because it's right here indicates that there's a softening in the crypto space, which means we're not even near mid-cap season, let alone alt season yet. Which is interesting because right here, it shows that we're that close to alt season, which is pretty close. But I would say we're actually closer to right about here, in my personal opinion, than we are here. However, this difference right here could be the difference of 3 or 4 months. So this is a very hard way to gauge it. And then if you take a look at here, let's go back to the beginning. This is the one I was going to show you. Market cap right here, 4 trillion. Okay. Remember I told you in 2021 for 18 days, the market cap doubled from 2 to 4 trillion. So this is our current market cap now, $4 trillion. So for us to see a parabolic season, this would have to go to at least 6 trillion or 7 trillion for it to have a similar effect. If it only added 2 trillion, it would go to 6 trillion, but it won't. It'll do more of a doubling. So we're going to see closer to a 7 or 8 trillion. And that is a very clear understanding of why I told you guys when we see this bull run season, when we see the parabolic season, we should hit between 8 to 12 trillion dollar total market cap. Now you understand the mathematics behind that. I hope that makes sense to you guys. You're going to join the Discord. That's great. I encourage all of you guys to join our Discord. We are the greatest cryptocurrency community on the planet. Join our Discord and follow us on all of our socials, Twitter X, YouTube, TikTok, at IHodlLife. Look at that money gun. You know what happens when you send me a money gun? Fuck. Fuck. Does anyone know what happens when someone sends me a money gun? Does anyone know? I hate it. I hate it when you send me a money gun. God damn it. Because I hate cleaning up after. I hate it. Fuck. Fuck. Why do you think I tell you guys don't send me gifts? Don't. Just send me heartbeats. Don't send me gifts. And you go and send me a money gun. God damn it. You asked for it. You asked for it. You asked for it. Fuck. Money gun. They had to give me a money gun. Here we go, you assholes. Look at this thing's dusty. It's been that long. It's been that long since I got a money gun. Wow. And because I don't want gifts, truthfully. My channel's a gift for you. But because you sent me one unknowingly, you're getting it. You are getting it. Here we go, here we go, here we go. All right, that's enough. Fuck. I love to clean up messes. I love to clean up messes. Yes, I love the messes. I love to clean up messes. Fucking asshole sent me a motherfucking money gun. You see that? They sent me a motherfucking money gun. Bastard. I'm out of ammo! Cover me! Somebody cover me! Thank you. Thank you. Ah, shit. Here we go. This one's mine. I'm keeping that motherfucker. Ow! Fuck! Fuck. Can we fit it all in there? Can we stuff you all in there? Yeah, we can get you all in there. Sure we can. Oh, she's a little fat. She's a little fat. Come on. Go to the gym. Get to the gym. Oh no, it's dying. It's dying. Too much dough. Too much dough. Look at that. Yeah, that's right. Get your shit going. Get your shit together. There you go. Look at that. Look at that. Just needs a little repair. A little bit of IHodlLife. A little bit of IHodlLife. Oh, fuck. There we go. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Believe in yourself. Believe. Ah, piece of shit. Piece of shit. Well, that's interesting. How did you get stuck there? Okay, so thank you for the fucking money gun. Thank you for my messy office. Can't wait to clean all that up later. Can't wait to clean that up later. How am I supposed to operate? There's money everywhere. Fuck. Go fuck your money gun. Look at. I'm gonna use a vacuum one of these days. How much do you expect in returns from tokenized financial? Well, I make you sign a waiver that says I can't promise you any gains and I can't promise you any losses because legally I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a crypto guru, but I do anticipate to 10 times your portfolio. What creates a market, what creates a parabolic season is a compound of multiple things. There's not one trigger. You can't wait around to know and recognize one trigger. You'll just notice the price increase. I don't remember how long the season was in 2017. I'd have to look back. It's been too long. I don't remember how many days the actual parabolic window was. I was too new in crypto back then. I'd have to go back and kind of re-educate myself about it. It's been too long. As crazy as you are, you're one hell of a nice, down-to-earth guy. I love your wives. Oh, lives. I love your lives. Okay, well, that's good. Thoughts on AKT? Thanks for your question, Roy Lind Nelson. AKT is another really good artificial intelligence play, AI play. It's a layer one that is built out of Cosmos's SDK. AKT is the ticker symbol. A cash network is the name of the cryptocurrency. Very, very good crypto. I've held Crow for a long time too, Board Bob. In fact, I was one of the very first people. I don't have my wallet with me. I was one of the very first, actually, no, I put it away somewhere. But I was one of the very first people to ever get one of the original Crypto.com credit cards. I was literally one of like probably the first 100 people to get it. Do I hold ICP? No, I don't. Dom. You know I want that hard me. Thank you so much for your love. That is correct, S. Lopez. I don't get into all the conspiracy theories. I don't get into all the extras outside of it. I try to keep it strictly crypto, and I try to keep my head down out of the clouds. And you will probably not find another crypto channel like this. So I encourage you guys to hit that like and follow. Better yet, hit the star at the bottom of the screen and become a super fan. What are my thoughts on DAG? I think DAG is a medium to high-end cryptocurrency. They are partnered with the Military of Defense for the United States, which is a pretty big player. If they tokenize the military, that's trillions of dollars. So DAG could or could not be extremely valuable, but because of the could or could not nature, and because of the proximity of the bull season, DAG's not necessarily the right one right now, but long-term, it's a very good cryptocurrency in my opinion. You all want to quit your jobs, then why don't you? Then why don't you? What's stopping you from quitting your job other than the fear that you won't be able to provide yourself without the job? If you were able to remove that fear, let me ask you something. If you woke up this morning and you believed in your head that everything you do was going to work out, you couldn't fail. Failure wouldn't happen. Everything's going to happen how you want it to. What would you do differently? Would you still go to your job? Or would you follow the dream that you're too fucking chicken shit to follow? You would go do that one thing that you want to do, but you don't because you fear that you won't be able to provide yourself. Instead of just overcoming that fear, taking the plunge, letting your finances go down just to rebound, to have finances that you could have never dreamed of. And I know because I've gone through that experience personally. You can never become the new version of yourself until you are willing to destroy the old version or current version that you are. And it's not always nice and friendly. I promise you that. If you really want to quit your job, then do it. Decide what you want to do with your life and just quit your job. You can't quit your job just because you want to quit your job. You have to know why you want to quit your job. I want to quit my job because I want to be this, I want to become that, I want to spend my time doing this. And whatever that is, you can easily find a way to monetize it in today's world. Whatever it is. I know a guy who all he wants to do is grow mushrooms. He went on social media and all he did is start making videos of his mushroom farm. Guess what? He makes enough money on that to just sit on his fucking farm and grow mushrooms. Maybe that's not your dream. Sure the hell isn't mine. But for that guy, that's all he fucking wanted to do. Grow his fucking moringa mushrooms. Okay. But guess what? He's living his dream. He's not working for anybody. He's living on his little mushroom farm, growing all of his mushrooms, selling them online, shipping them out, making a reasonably good living, not working for someone else, not going to work. Does he work? Yeah, but he does his work. Do I work? I'm on social media every Sunday for 3 hours. You don't think that this is fucking work? It is. I'm drained like crazy by the time I'm done being battered with all these questions. I'm totally drained. The rest of my Sunday is like just trying to recuperate. It's work. Every time I post a video, there's 3 or 4 hours behind that video you don't know that I worked to produce it, to research it, to know it. You don't ever stop work. But fuck, right? You want to stop going to work for someone else. All you're doing is making them rich. Is it too late to ditch some crypto and stack more? Well, of course not. Wilmot, thank you for that heart me. Mindful, thank you for that heart me, and thanks for joining in. Because, Randall, thanks for your question, because if you're building a portfolio properly and you want HBAR, XDC, Ondo, and XRP, which are all very, very good cryptos, I bet you if I looked at your portfolio, you have 10 or 15 other cryptos that you probably shouldn't be invested in. And the reason you shouldn't be invested in them might not be because they're great cryptos, but it's because you don't have enough money to spread. So because of that, you have a whole bunch of cryptos with a lesser amount in them, so you're not getting any compounding effect on your money. And yes, you should probably have that in your more concrete, sound cryptocurrencies, because if you go into a bull run and you have 5 or 10 or 15K of XRP or Cardano or HBAR or XDC, and it 10 times you've made some serious profit. But if you go into a bull run with $500 or $600 or $700 in a crypto and it 10 times who fucking cares? So you made $5,000. This isn't going to do something for you. It's going to make you wait another 3 years for the next cycle to turn your 5,000 into 50,000 because you didn't do it right this time. Will ADA hit $8? I don't know if it'll for sure hit $8, but ADA is definitely one of the greatest cryptos out there, and you should definitely be stacking it long term. Now I get it, says Switch. There it is right there. I love it. Tristan, that when you get me scared when you start creaming. Wait, what are we talking about? I wasn't creaming. I swear to God. Make my face go red. I know what you meant when I start screaming. Well, you know what? I like to scream sometimes, and I like to bang on my desk and, you know, make messes. And that's right, Chief Jet. It's not about how much money. It's about how many freaking coins you own. Today, it doesn't matter what the price of Bitcoin it is. You're going to say, how many Bitcoins do you own? 10 years from now, it's not going to be what is the price of Ethereum. It's going to be how many ETH do you own? It's not going to be what's the price of XRP. It's going to be how many XRP do you own? Because owning just one is going to be a big fucking deal. Just like today, owning one Bitcoin is a big fucking deal. But you couldn't foresee that 10 years ago. So you just sat back, oh, no. And today you look back and you say, oh, I wish I shoulda, coulda, didn't. But that logic doesn't click to just fucking buy some today and wait for the next 10 years. I always say, what the fuck did you do 10 years ago that made you a millionaire today? Because if you didn't, then you better be doing it today so that 10 years from now you're a fucking millionaire and you don't got to sit 10 years into the future and look back and think, fuck, what am I going to do now for the next 10-year window? Because you don't get to be a millionaire overnight. The dream of the lottery ticket ain't fucking real, everyone. It's literally less than 0.1 of a 1%. But proper planning and structure will bring wealth into your life, period. Mindful, thank you for that galaxy. But please don't send me gifts, all you nice people out there. My channel is a gift for you. It's a gift of knowledge. I hope that you guys apply it, and I hope that you render profits in the crypto space and in your lives in general, from your own characters to your portfolios. But as far as sending me gifts, you don't need to send me any gifts because my page is a gift for you, a gift of knowledge. Just send me your heart me's. Anyone out there who didn't send me a heart me, please do. And feel free to tap that screen. We've already hit our goal of 100,000 likes. But feel free to keep tapping that screen anyway. It helps boost my channel. Thank you. Crypto, thank you for that heart me. You know I want that love. And everyone with your comments, please be patient. There's 100 and some comments I haven't got to. It's not going to be long before TikTok just makes me skip a whole bunch. So please be patient, everyone, with your comments. I can't explain things quickly when it comes to what we talk about. And that's why I go on for a few minutes. And by that time, there's too many comments and I can't keep up. Lee thinks the mods are snowflakes. You hear that, mods? My thoughts on Neo. Neo is kind of a hit or miss blockchain. They have some really, really good technology, but they haven't really performed as far as evolution on their blockchain. So I don't put them in the list of cryptos to throw in a portfolio. Binance does not have XDC. You guys were going to find, especially if you guys are new in crypto, you're going to hear certain cryptos that you want to buy, and you're not going to be able to buy it on the exchange that you use. Number one, different exchanges will work for different people based on where you live. And number two, not every exchange sells every cryptocurrency. So if you're in Canada, you should be using Coinbase and Crypto.com. Between those two, you can get just about every crypto in the crypto space. Surprisingly, not XDC. You'll need to use LCX to get XDC. You'll need to use KuCoin to get XDC. XDC is a bit of an elusive one, but a very, very good one to have in your portfolio. Mindful, thank you for all of the gifts and all of the love. Thanks for coming out here on a Sunday. I hope you're having an amazing weekend, and I hope that you follow my page all the time and start stacking your crypto bags. What do I think of WLFI? I think WLFI is not a good cryptocurrency to stack. I think it's a gamble. Much like a lot of things that Trump does, I think is a very big gamble. And there's TikTok making me skip past all kinds of comments. Sorry, everyone. There's about 100 comments I didn't get to. Mr. Rickster, I was looking for you when I saw the money gun. I was thinking, where's Mr. Rickster? He's always asking for the money gun. Well, thanks to you, Mr. Rickster, and your money gun, my office is now full of fucking dollars. Look at this fucking mess. You guys are fucking assholes. But someone had to throw me a money gun. They didn't know. They didn't know what was going to happen. So I honored it, and oh my God. Marie, you want to come clean it up? Please do. Like, look at on my fucking ass. Up my fucking ass. Fuck. Abundance is always yours when you believe that it is. Stop believing abundance is far from you. It is not. Once you start believing it's near you, it resonates to you. And then when it resonates to you, new opportunity happens that you didn't expect. New people that you didn't expect just come into your life. And should you choose to take opportunity, a new channel begins in your life. Patainer says, I love you, man. Well, you know what, Patainer? I love you. I was just pacing back and forth in my house this morning like, fuck, I love Patainer. I don't know how I'm going to tell him. I'm not really sure what words. I was practicing in the mirror. I'm so glad you said it first. Oh, wow. Don't you just hate money? No, I love money. I hate cleaning it up off the fucking floor, but I love money. I don't think about loving money. Do you know that? I don't think about that. I don't think about I love money. I think that money loves me. I think that wealth loves me because I don't externalize my power. I don't give it away. I make it come back to me like a magnet. So I believe that it loves me and it wants me and it comes to me. And because I believe that, it easily flows into my life through opportunity, business, whatever it might be. It's kind of like that old saying that everything you touch turns to gold. And this is not luck. This is mindset. This is frequency. You are a receiver of frequency. And if you could just change the frequency you receive, you will change your life. And changing the frequency you receive is all about changing the identity of yourself. If you identify as, oh, that's too expensive for me, it will always be. When you see a beautiful car drive down the street and you identify with, oh, I can't afford that, well, that's why you can't afford it. If you could trick your brain to say, I can afford that even when you can't, you'd be surprised how 3 years down the road, that's now your car. Because you believed it, and your subconscious doesn't know the difference between reality or not reality, because what you think is reality is just electrical signals going to your fucking brain. So if you could just take control of those electrical signals, all that you wish and desire can be yours in a period of time, in a period of resistance. When you're about to succeed, everything will go wrong to test your worthiness. But once you break free of those, you change the channel of your reality. It's not just about money. Money is just a byproduct of the energy, a byproduct of the receiving of abundance. Everyone offering to come clean up my office. Well, feel free to show up at the door, but you're cleaning the rest of the house while you're here. That was fun, Laser. You like that? You like when I make a mess of my fucking office? This isn't going to get stuck behind my office desk somehow. Dom, you're not late to the party. It's Sunday, 1:20 in the afternoon. Equine Jules is just joining in, sending me some love. You're not late to the party, my friend. You sold your ICP and bought Solana. Board Bob, that was a really good decision in my opinion. I told you, all these influencers out there that were telling you guys to all go buy your ICP, and I told you should have just stacked your Solana, your Avalanche, and your ISO coins. And today, proof is in the pudding. Yeah, I think my money gun's broken now. It's not working so well anymore. I might have fixed it. I might have fixed it. I don't know. Let's see if it's fixed. Let's see if it's fixed. Is anybody else so anal about their money that they have to make all the bills match? They can't have them mixed up, or it fucks you up? Yeah, that's me. Yeah, it's losing power. I think it might just need batteries. But don't you worry. I got old school skills. I got lots of old school skills. I don't need the money gun. The money gun just makes a cool noise and it lets me put my IHodlLife stickers on it. Metallicus and XPR and is Layer 0 good? Layer 0 is fucking amazing. In fact, I believe that Layer 0 could be one of the hottest new plays for the next cycle. Not yet this cycle, it's still a bit young, but Layer 0 is a very serious one. In fact, just this week, it's funny you asked me that, Randy. Just this week, I was going to put a post about Layer 0 in our insiders, and I didn't get a chance to put the details that I wanted to, but there will be an update coming about Layer 0 in the insiders. So for those of you that are insiders, pay attention for some great info coming. Virtual's protocol is very good crypto, but then again, there's a whole bunch of others that are much better for this bull cycle. Virtual's is not a bad crypto. It's multiplier combo based on other ones that you could have. If you're in the 100K portfolio size and bigger, then go ahead and stack some. If you're under the 100K range, you better be stacking ISO coins instead. You missed the Money Gun Tango Master. It's been a while, hasn't it? It was dusty when I pulled it out. It's been a while. I think the stack of money that was sitting there was dusty too. It's been a while since we pulled it out and threw it all over the place. Buy AKT, get a money gun, and quit your job. Moral of today's life. You guys crack me up. You joined the Discord? Welcome. That's fantastic. What's my thoughts on putting crypto in a trust? It's a good idea to put crypto in a trust, but you need to have a certain amount of money to open a trust. You need to have about $200,000. You'll need about 100K to put in the trust, and then about 100K to open the trust. So you need to have a large amount of money to do that, but for sure it's a good idea to put it into a trust. In fact, you should be doing a multiple effect. You as the individual, you should open up a trust or a foundation, a nonprofit foundation, one of the two. It's very easy to do. And then those two are the ones that own everything. And then your crypto isn't owned in the trust. You open an LLC, ABC company, LLC, and then the LLC, ABC company owns the crypto. And then the foundation that you opened or the trust that you open owns the LLC. So your trust or your foundation, which is a nonprofit something, owns the LLC, which is a for-profit something, and all the assets go under the ownership of the LLC. So you, the individual, don't own anything. You're just the director of all of it. So you control all of the money, but none of it is your money. Do you understand? So your taxes are protected, your gains are protected, and you also can't have any legal capabilities. So if someone were to come and sue you, for example, well, they can't sue your LLC, they can only sue you. And because you don't own anything, your LLC owns everything, they're suing you for nothing. There's no value there. So they can sue you all they want, but there's nothing to sue you for because you technically, that's what, when you guys see these things about all these billionaires and millionaires, and they say, oh, I don't own anything. No, I don't own anything. No, I've got all this money, but I don't own anything. The secret behind all that is because they have LLCs, foundations, and trusts that layer so that they technically don't own anything. It's all owned by companies, LLCs, trusts, and other things, and they are just the directors and the beneficiaries of it. Which means they control it, but they don't technically own it through legal paperworks. So yes, you should be looking at that when you're in the 200, 300, 400, $500,000 range. It's time to start looking at, should I be investing $100,000 to open up a trust or open up a nonprofit foundation so that I can then open up an LLC and then start layering my asset protection for my own self and for my family and long-term longevity. It's not $100K cost. It's if you want to open up a trust, a lawyer's going to say, okay, well, how much money do you want to put in the trust? We're going to require about $100,000 plus it's going to cost you $15,000 for my services. So unless you have that kind of money to put in, you're not ready to talk trust. You finished your last job in December of 2024 and it was the best decision you ever made. Me too. Starting my own company was the greatest and hardest decision I ever made. I mean, I made $100K a year working at a good company and I decided to quit all of it, start my own company. Everyone told me I was fucking crazy. I told them, no, I'm going to look at I had my logo hand drawn at the time. That logo right there, the IHodlLife logo. And I said, I'm going to start my own crypto brand and I'm going to be the only crypto company brand for everything in the crypto space. And everyone, of course, laughed at me. Crypto was fucking crazy enough, let alone a crypto brand. But sure enough, I did it. I literally almost went bankrupt. I lost my house. I lost my job. I had to quit all of that to be able to do my job, to be able to focus on IHodlLife. And 5 years later, 6 years later, greatest decision that I ever made in my life. I would never, ever look back, and thank God I had the courage to go through it. But I promise you, there's a time in my life that you don't know about where I literally almost went bankrupt trying to start and launch this brand and this company. Literally was sleeping in my car for like a month, not sure what I'm going to do next because I was trying to keep everything just in the company. And thank God that I did, because now IHodlLife is the world's only cryptocurrency brand. It's a multi-million-dollar operation. And now we have Tokenized Financial, our cryptocurrency asset management firm, which is an even bigger operation. And our new Layer 1 blockchain is coming up in the next year or two. All going back to that $36 investment in Bitcoin and the decision that I didn't want to work for somebody else. I was going to figure my own way. And how crazy was it to think I'm going to make my own brand? You know how hard it is to start a brand? It's like one of the hardest things. Go start a restaurant. Go start a fucking construction company. Go start a niche something. Do you know how hard it is to do a brand? It's one of the hardest journeys you'll ever take. But that was the stupid one that I chose. I couldn't just settle for a fucking restaurant. Dumb me. So the point of the story is, no matter what your choice is, no matter what your goal is, I encourage you to seek it. I encourage you to bypass the fear. I encourage you to get ready for loss. I encourage you to be prepared to sacrifice your old life for your new one. If you don't, you'll only remain in the life you currently have. What do I think about crypto ETFs? ETFs is going to be the onboarding tool for the world. Right now, 99% of the world is not in crypto. ETFs is going to be the onboarding tool. In the United States, 401k portfolios that clients get or people get from just having their 401k in the US, they're all going to start getting crypto involved in it now as well. And as soon as that happens, the crypto is a weird, scary, spectacle, internet fantasy. That's going to disappear, and it's going to be secure, solid, great opportunity, and everyone's going to start getting involved. The narrative is going to completely change. And now crypto is going to be normalized, and everyone's going to be doing crypto. And how are they going to do it? They're going to be buying ETFs. Everyone's going to be all the baby boomer money, 70% of the world's wealth is all going to go into ETFs. Very few people are going to understand, download an app, buy the crypto directly, send it to my offline crypto wallet, and I have self-custody. Nobody can control my funds. Less than 1% of the world will actually understand that. All of you who know what I'm talking about, this is very valuable for you to know. You understand self-custody. You have a Swiss bank account in your hand. Other people are just going to buy ETFs. Somebody else is going to technically own their assets. Just like your bank has your money, you don't technically own it. It's in their custody. That's how they're going to work. The financial world is designed to take custody of your money because you're too stupid to take custody of it yourself. No offense, but that's the truth. That's why the bank tricked you under the guise of safety to put your money in their fucking bank. And then what do they do behind your back? They lend it to me. They go and invest it. They go and they make money on the money because you're too fucking dumb to make money on your own money. So they trick you. Give it to us so we can make money on. Shh, don't tell them that. Tell them it's for safety. Oh yeah, for safety. Give it to us for safety. And then you give them your money, and then they go and invest it, and they make all the money, and you don't make anything. In fact, you pay them to do it. They charge you fees. And that's exactly what will happen with ETFs. People will onboard through companies that offer ETFs, and they won't own the asset individually themselves. Do I like small caps? I like night caps. I'm not sure what you're asking me there, RJ. XVM or Epic Chain, which one do you recommend? I would not recommend either one. I would say that Volt is better of the two, but neither one of those two are ones that I would recommend at this time. Volt is very good potential, but very young and very new. Epic Chain seems to be a little bit lesser potential, but could also still be very good once they grow up a little bit. But both very new, very young, very gamble cryptocurrencies at this time. So outside of a structured portfolio, those are, do you have an extra 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10K to throw around? Well, then sure, go grab $2,000 of Epic Chain and 2 or 3 grand of Volt and see what happens. But if you can't afford to see what happens with a few K of your money, they're not the right cryptos for your portfolio. And let's face it, most of you guys out there in crypto have portfolios under 50K, under 100K. So what I'm telling you is very, very apparent to you. Jeebs, thanks for your question. Pulse Chain is a bunch of trash. What are my thoughts on ADA? ADA is Cardano, hands down top 10 cryptocurrency, hands down. Is Scopuli a reasonable investment? I would say no, it's not. What do I think about Polkadot? Polkadot's amazing. They're very slow moving as far as their advertising goes, but as far as their structure goes, I've told you guys before, they're one of the most interoperable blockchains on the planet. Much like Chainlink, they can work with everybody. So Polkadot is going to be a powerhouse long-term, whether you like it or not. The original founder of Polkadot was an original founder of Ethereum alongside Vitalik Buterin, left Ethereum and then launched his own version of Ethereum, his own blockchain, which is Polkadot, which is significantly better than Ethereum. So shout out to Gavin, the founder and CEO of, or previous CEO of Polkadot, and really, really great blockchain, excellent long-term potential. You're hoping XRP and HBAR will set you free. It won't, Steve. Stevie, XRP and HBAR will not set you free. What will set you free is what you think. If you hope that XRP is going to set you free, it will never set you free. If you hope that anything in life will set you free, it's not going to set you free. But if you know that you are already free because of the actions you've done, then you will achieve your goal. You must identify the key to the reality that you create for yourself with every now that you experience is what you identify. You identify right now as someone who's not free, don't you? In the sentence alone, XRP and HBAR are going to set me free. You give away all your power. It is you who sets you free. Not HBAR. You can't sit around and wait. Fuck HBAR. You can't sit around and wait for XRP. Fuck XRP. It's you. As soon as you realize that, XRP, HBAR, and everything else is going to make you free. Because you will already be free, and the universe around you, which is a fabrication, will alter itself to match your identity, to match who you embody yourself as. So you must not give your power away to XRP and HBAR, and you must own that power and say, I'm free because I'm intelligent enough to be investing in HBAR and XRP now while everyone else isn't paying attention. And then feel that freedom. That's how you're going to get there. I hope my craziness makes sense to you guys. Why do all these influencers say not to store in a cold wallet? Because they're trying to scam you. Cold wallets are the safest. If they can trick you to not put your crypto in the safest place, then it's easier to hack you somewhere else. Wormhole is a very good cryptocurrency, young, new, emerging, and it could become one of the greatest blockchain connectors of all time. Same with Layer 0. Wormhole and Layer 0 are big players to pay attention to. XDC has not been slow. I have probably tripled my bag on XDC over the last 24 months. 24 months is not a long time of investing. And I've tripled, if not more, my bags on XDC, just sitting on them. So that means if I put 10K in XDC and I've more than tripled it, that means I have 30 or 40K. So I've made $30,000 or $40,000 this year just sitting on XDC. And I don't even know if that's this year or if it's the last 24 months, because time in my world is very different. Months go by in my life like hours does in your guys' lives. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the year. Yeah, I was correct. This year, XDC is up 167%, so that's almost 200% on your money. So if you put 10K in, you've got almost 30K. So you've made, 20K on a $10,000 investment sitting on XDC. So I'm not sure what you mean when you say it's been slow. I'll remind you guys, if your crypto isn't 3 years old yet, you have no right to look at it and say, what price is it? Where's my return? You'll often hear me say, God damn it, your crypto's not even 3 years old. God damn it, your crypto's not even 3 years old. And what I'm saying behind that is there has to be a certain amount of time you put in the game, or you don't have a right to ask for profit from your investment yet. This isn't a fucking casino. It's an investment strategy. You must understand that, which means there's a time when you start this investment, when you start buying your XRP, when you start buying your Ethereum, when you start buying your cryptos, you must think, today when I start buying this, 10 years from now, I'm going to have a different life. Not at the end of this bull run, by Christmas, I'm going to be... No, you're a fucking dummy, and you're going to really be sorely mistaken. If you look at it with investors' eyes, you will change your life. If you look at it like a casino, you're going to make a little bit of money, you're going to celebrate, but you're not going to change your life. Clark Shark says, I like listening to this guy. Well, you know what, Clark Shark? I like listening to you. I sneak up to your house in the middle of the night, I crack the window, and I just listen to your conversation. I'm not supposed to say that? Sorry. Can we delete that? How do I delete that? Just kidding. Sorta not kidding. Why do other exchanges not list XDC? This is a choice of XDC. For an exchange to list a cryptocurrency, the cryptocurrency itself has to supply a certain amount of their own token to the exchange as liquidity, which means XDC literally has to give them a certain amount of dollars worth of their coin. And XDC likes being elusive. They like not letting all of you get rich. They like that you can't buy their token. And yes, you can get XDC on Uphold and on Kraken and on KuCoin and on LCX. What's the difference between buying crypto and staking it? Well, when you buy the crypto, you own it in your self-custody, ideally, as long as you've not left it on an exchange. And then the staking it part, when you stake it, you're supplying liquidity. So let's just say I'm a finance company called Tristan's Finance Company, which is a DeFi company. And if you want to stake it so that you can earn a 10% reward, just as an example, well, then you're going to come over to Tristan's Finance Company. You're going to stake the crypto, which means you're going to give me the liquidity value. Now, that doesn't mean I take your money. It just means, let's say you have $100,000 and you stake that $100,000. Well, now my dollar financial books, let's say I have 1 million. Now my dollar financial books goes to 1,100,000. So now because my financial books shows 1,100,000, I can loan out to lenders a certain amount of money, and lending money is where I make my money, just like a bank. So the more money you stake, the bigger my number gets, the bigger I can lend out, the bigger profit I make, the bigger reward you get in return. And that's how the staking works behind the scenes. You're giving up custody of your crypto, so to say, but I'm not taking custody of your crypto. I'm just adding your dollar value by putting it in escrow, locking it up in an account that's an in-between account of you and me called an escrow account. And now my dollar value goes up by the dollar value you've staked. So although you technically still have possession, you can unstake it, which is why there's usually that 15 to 20 day window to unstake, so that I can reset my liquidity from 1,100,000 back to 1 million based on my lending availability. Because I'm only allowed to lend money out based on how much reserve and value I have as a financial company. So that's what's going on behind the scenes when you're staking, and why staking can earn you passive income, but you're technically giving up custody of it sorta, depending on the staking method. Sometimes you give up full custody and they have value of your crypto, and sometimes you're just staking it and they just take the number value. So you want to be careful of where you're staking. No, those were US dollars. I do all my business in US. I live in Canada, but I do all my business in US dollars. So those are actually US dollars. All my business is done in US dollars. Tokenized financial, we charge our clients in US dollars. Everything's in US. Our store, everything. US is 95% of our business. So that's why. Do I shit money? No. But money does come to me easily. Like very easily. Large amounts of money comes to me incredibly easily because I believe that. I identify as that. I wake up in the morning sometimes, and sometimes the first thought in my head is, fuck man, money just keeps coming to me. What the fuck? Do you know how powerful that is? Especially right when I first wake up and my mind is still potentially in theta mode. Do you have any idea how powerful that is to my self-conscious? Self-conscious, subconscious. Maybe the same thing. But no, I don't shit money. I mean, that'd be interesting. Abundance is much more abundant than you think. Abundance is not something you go and get. If you want to make more money, you don't go work harder, you don't go get it. You tune yourself into the proper frequency, and then it just comes to you through opportunity that changes in your life. What does mining do? Mining allows you to earn cryptocurrency. So in my bio, you can mine Pi, download the app, use IHodlLife as your referral fee, and then every day you just log in and touch the little button, which makes it mine. You don't really need to worry about how it's mining. What it's doing is you're logging in, you're touching a button on an app, and by doing that, it's allowing you to earn a little bit of cryptocurrency over time. If you really want to understand what mining is, go do some deep research on the internet to discover it. But what is it? An app. I touch it once a day, and it's doing something in the background called mining that earns me a little bit of cryptocurrency. And over time, I can stack up that cryptocurrency, and then eventually 2 or 3 or 4 years down the road, cash it out or buy something with it or do something with it. It's free. Polish Pride says, I love your mind. God damn it, I love your mind more. Didn't expect that one, did ya? God damn, he's aggressive. I almost fell off my chair. Crypto guy, thank you for that heart, me. You know I want that love. Send me that love. Thanks everyone for tapping the screen. We're almost at 150,000 likes. That's ridiculous. I love you guys. That statement you made is very powerful. Things fall apart when your breakthrough is close. Absolutely it is. One of the biggest mistakes people make, which is why people fall victim to doubt. Remember how I tell you guys you give the same information to 10 men and only 1 really succeeds? 8 fall victim to doubt. 1 believes it's going to work, but he doesn't believe enough. And 1, foolishly, he's fucking stupid, believes it's going to work, doesn't even know why he fucking believes it, but he does, and he succeeds. Because he identified with belief. He identified with it before it was. Whether he was clever enough or smarter or foolish, he believed, period. So the statement is that when things will go wrong is when you are building something, especially like a company, a brand, something that's going to change and upgrade your life big time. The universe is going to test your worthiness. It's going to, let's just say, we'll use money as an example since it's a crypto channel. Let's say you're trying to get more money, just as an example. And you start doing things in your life to make more money. You clean up your house, you take the southwest corner of your room, of your house, you make it clean, you put some plants in there, you pay attention to colors and shapes and design. You're doing all these things to start making better money energy. You're having affirmations, you're telling yourself that wealth comes easy to you, you're not thinking about spending and not having enough. You're starting to live an abundant lifestyle. You know what's going to happen? You're going to go fucking broke for a period of time now. Because it's going to test your worthiness. It's going to test, are you really going to believe that? If I make you lose more money than you've had yet, that's what it'll do. It'll test you. It'll push you down. And sometimes you can't become the great version you are until you go there first. You have to go there to get here. You have to be pressured if you wish to become a diamond. How to recognize and embrace this is not something I can tell you what to do. I can only tell you that you must endure it with faith not faith outside yourself, not faith in a power or a being outside of yourself, but faith in you and yourself and the decision that you've made, the identity that you've made of yourself, the faithfulness to that, and you will succeed, no matter what it is, no matter what it is. And there goes another 100 comments. Man, today's chat is on fire. I think I've missed like 400 comments today. Forgive me, everyone. Forgive me. What is an ISO coin? You should probably go research that. An ISO coin is a cryptocurrency that is approved for the new SWIFT messaging standard for financial movement of money, aka our new financial rails. Which ISO coin would you suggest and in which order? Hands down, XRP is the first one to pay attention to, but I recommend all ISO coins. Put out an ad for a cleaner position. So what are the expected returns from tokenized financial? Well, I make you sign a waiver that I can't promise you any gains or any losses for financial and legal reasons. But I anticipate to 10 times all of our clients' portfolio. Clients that have been with us since 2022 have already reached that. Some of them more, some of them a little less, depending on the size of the portfolio. Bigger your portfolio, bigger gains, obviously. So we're looking to 10 times. So if you have a $100,000 portfolio, we want to turn that into $1 million in one cycle. So 3-year window. So to give you a mathematical explanation, 10K on or 10 times on your money in a 3-year window. Because of where we're positioned in the bull cycle season right now, you get a little bit of a cheat code on the time frame that might happen in the next 6 months to a year or less. But ideally 3-year window, and we'll 10 times your money. It's usually more, usually 30 times, 40 times, 50 times, and some more. I mean, for those people who bought Bonk when I told them when it first came out, you've 10,000 times, like not even 100, not even 10, 10,000 times. I made so much money on Bonk, I could have bought a new fucking house. And it's just a testament, not a bragging, it's a testament to putting it out in the game, sticking it out, and like a game of whack-a-mole, your portfolio will do this in certain areas, and by the end of it, by the end of a certain period of time, you'll notice that your numbers are just significantly up. For those of you who have been following my channel for 1 or 2 or 3 years, you know what I'm talking about. You had a $2,000 portfolio, now you have a $20K portfolio. You had a $20K portfolio, now you have a $60K, and so on and so forth. You had a $100K portfolio, now you have a $400K portfolio. You had a $1 million portfolio, now you have a $3 million portfolio, all because you followed this channel. Good luck finding someone to set up a trust under 100K. Good luck with that. You go talk to a lawyer, he'll just be like, nah. What is my opinion on Flare? I think Flare is one of the best new layer ones out there, up layer alongside Sui. Flare is so good in so many different ways, but it's very young and very new, so it still falls under the gamble area. Not you're gambling buying the cryptocurrency, it's that it's a bit of a gamble as far as the volatility factor that you may or may not understand with the cryptocurrency. But that also means when something's volatile, that means up just as much as down. That's one thing to remember. But it still goes into the riskier sector of layer ones versus, you know, a Cardano or an XRP, for example, or an Avalanche or a Solana, for example. Is Flare as good as those guys? Well, we don't know yet. So that's where it still is a little bit risky. But if you're looking for that younger, newer potential cryptocurrency in your portfolio, Flare is a really great choice. Filecoin, on the other hand, is not. Filecoin is more like a storage or a hedging of your money, not a multiplier of your money. Just asking, don't shoot the questioner. Will I get my swag bag by Christmas? Probably not, because you asked. Probably not. Stay Wavy says, that escalated quickly. Welcome to my channel. You never know when something might pop off. The name of the cold wallet I use is the SecuX V20, this one right here. And there is a link in the top of my TikTok page. You can open up my link tree, scroll down to the middle, and you'll see a link that says Smart Wallets. This will take you directly to SecuX's website. That's who sells this wallet. You don't buy it from me. It's from SecuX. And you can go directly to their website or their right to the manufacturer, and you can purchase it from them. I don't recommend third parties. I recommend directly from the manufacturer. Marshall says, listen to this guy. He knows what's up. Questionable. Sammy G says, you're a good man, Tristan. Well, you know what, Sammy G? I think you're the shit, bro. I think you're the motherfucking shit. Shout out to Sammy G for being awesome. Of course they say you need to link your wallet to Web3 because they're going to get you to connect your wallet to something you shouldn't connect your wallet to so they can empty your wallet. If your wallet's safely in an offline wallet, they can't get it. That's why they're going to tell you it's not safe. And if you do have it on an offline wallet, they're like, shit, well, how else are we going to get his money? I know, we'll get him to connect his offline wallet so we can empty it. It's the only way we could do it because the offline wallet's so safe. So then they're going to trick you to think that you need to go connect it to something to stay safe, which is the stupidest thing that you can do. You're giving them permission now to empty your wallet. Stick around, Hog Farm, so that you learn how to handle cryptocurrency properly. Better yet, join our community Discord for all of you who are new in cryptocurrency. I highly encourage you to join our community Discord. We are a worldwide cryptocurrency community and brand. We have followers from all around the world, no matter where you're from or what hour of the day it is. You can join our community Discord. You can ask questions. You can talk to other like-minded, intelligent crypto people who are going to have answers about what's going on. You could ask a question like you just had about connecting your wallet, and everyone in our community will jump out and let you know, don't do that. That's a scam. You'll get hurt. So you can learn a lot of information. You can gain an education, and you can gain a lot of protection just from joining our community and hanging out with the IHodlLife community. So I welcome you guys all in. The link is in the top of my TikTok page. Kusama Network, it's the test pilot for Polkadot. So if I like Kusama, why not just buy more Polkadot? You build on Kusama first, and if you're successful, then you move to Polkadot, which is the real chain. So Kusama has the potential of young growth because there's a whole bunch of stuff built on there that isn't approved yet for Polkadot. But long term, unless you want to pay attention and be in and out and do a lot of mind work, involvement, that's not really the right play. Just keep stacking your Polkadot instead. Is it safe to leave your crypto on Robinhood? No, it's not safe to leave your crypto on any exchange. You should be getting it off into a offline into a self-custody offline wallet, or online into an online self-custody wallet on your phone, one of the two or both. You should not be leaving it on an exchange unless you can't get it supported in a wallet because the crypto's too new, which is the case with a few cryptos still. It's amazing what scammers can do under my name. There is thousands and thousands of fake IHodlLife accounts out there. Remember, everyone, if anyone is messaging you from IHodlLife, it is not me. I do not direct message you guys. If you want to contact me, talk to me in the Discord. I will not direct message you. So be careful and make sure you are talking to me. Get the phone number, call me, get in video chat, make sure it's me. There's thousands of fake IHodlLife accounts out there that are going to go talk to you in hopes that you think it's me so they can lead you somewhere where you shouldn't be and connect yourself to something you shouldn't be connected to. The scammers are clever. Be careful, everyone. You can put your XDC on your SecuX V20 offline wallet. That's right, Soto Face. You put 50K into a portfolio and we'll 10 times it. Hopefully, I mean, we can't promise that, but that's what we intend to do, is 10 times it. And proof in the pudding is that we can do that. So we want to 10 times that, and that would be 500K. So with a $50,000 investment, our target for this bull cycle would be 500K. If we fail and we only do 150 or 200K out of a $50,000 investment, this is still very lucrative. If we do better than what I think at 10%, which has happened in the past quite a bit, and we get a 20, 30, or 40%, well, you can imagine how big the numbers of the return is. So yes, our goal is on a $50,000 investment that we would hit about a 500K mark. Give or take 100K off of that would be our target market, yes. I don't give you guys predictions on crypto coins, and the reason I don't do that is I don't know what number they're going to go to, nor do I know when they're going to go to that number. So I'm not going to sell you a fake pipe dream just for likes on my channel. By doing that, I'm going to change your investment decisions, and then you're going to make the investment decisions based on a hypothetical number that's not even real, and this is very, very bad. I'm here to grow you guys' wealth, not grow myself likes. Soto Face, how have you been here so long and you're just sending me a heart me now? God damn it, Soto Face, send me your love. I want your love. Abundance is my natural state, says Marie Seaside. I love that. There's nowhere to stake XRP at this time. Bullish Babe, thank you so much for that heart me. Thank you. It helps boost my page. If you guys are out there and you haven't sent me a heart me yet, feel free to send me one. It boosts my page. Don't send me any gifts. Just heart me's. They boost my page. Yes, Helen, you know I want that love. Send me that BB love. How is Coinbase? Coinbase is a really great cryptocurrency exchange for new people. If you're brand new, you've never done crypto before, you don't know what to do, downloading Coinbase is the best one. That's even the first exchange I started with. It's very easy to use. It's very simple to just connect your bank account and start buying a little bit of basic cryptos, and everything is very laid out, really easy. It's got educational services attached to it at the bottom where you can read and you can earn a little bit of free crypto from engaging and doing a few things. Coinbase is really, really great for all you new people just starting out, don't know what to do. Well, what's step number one? You're going to go on your phone, you're going to go to your Play Store or your Google Store, and you're going to download Coinbase app right there. Coinbase app, which is a cryptocurrency exchange. I don't use Coinbase personally, but I do have it on my phone. I use more advanced exchanges. You see, they're trying to collect information from me because I don't use this exchange. Can I just, okay, so here's what it looks like, just the exchange, what it looks like. So just for getting started, you can get up to $200 in crypto by doing all these little learning courses, and it'll give you some free crypto. You can go on here, you can attach your bank account, click on Bitcoin, click on the buy button, and it's going to say you can't buy it because you don't have an account. And as soon as you do, it'll automatically prompt you to start setting yourself up an account, attach your bank account, attach your bank card, and now you can start buying cryptocurrency. It's really that easy. Just like attaching your bank account to an Amazon app on your phone, you're now going to attach your bank account to a Coinbase cryptocurrency digital bank on your phone, and now you can start buying it. When you buy it, your crypto's on the exchange. You then hit the send or the withdraw button and you send it to your offline wallet. If you don't know how to do that, you follow my Discord and you learn how to do that first. You don't lose your money. Or you book me for my 2-hour cryptocurrency training class for beginners first, so you learn what you're doing before you make any mistakes. But it's simple as that. Download an app, connect your bank account, buy some crypto, send it to my offline wallet. Woohoo, I'm a fucking crypto investor now. Nailed it. Billy Greenville, you fucking nailed it. That's me in a nutshell. Me in a nutshell. He says, I don't know who this crazy crypto guy is that I just started following, but I believe it's a great decision. Nailed it. Is DAG considered an ISO coin? No. DAG is a great protocol. It's a DAG, a directed acyclic graph, as opposed to a blockchain. Has really good technology, but it is not an ISO coin. No, it is not ISO 20022 approved. How do you join our Discord? Link is in the top of our TikTok page. Hit the link in the top of my TikTok page. It'll open my link tree. There's all kinds of services that we offer, but you can hit the join the Discord link there and join our Discord. Or you could just download the Discord app and you can hit the search bar and type in IHodlLife community. This channel has kept you inspired over the last 3 years. There you go. Board Bob doesn't want to say the size of his portfolio, and rightfully so, he shouldn't. But he's been following my channel for 3 years, and he's obviously massive growth in his life and in his portfolio. And he's giving his indicator there that, you know, for 3 years he's been growing here, and he's done nothing but receive inspiration and growth. Algo, on the other hand, is an ISO coin. Thanks for your question, user 820. Algorand is an ISO-approved cryptocurrency, a very, very good one. And it does have its own wallet called the Petra wallet, I believe it is, if you wish to hold it in your self-custody. Render is another very good protocol. This is built on top of Solana. Keep in mind, guys, if you have RNDR, Render on Ethereum, You want to get out of that and you want to hold RENDER render on Solana. Render used to exist on Ethereum blockchain, and their ticker symbol was RNDR, no E's. And then they left Ethereum and they went to Solana, new ticker symbol RENDER. It's the same thing but with the E's in it, and it's on Solana blockchain. That means liquidity for the RNDR is drying up on Ethereum, and you want to get out of that as soon as you can and swap it over into the proper render, which is running on the Solana blockchain. How do you do that? You sell your Ethereum-based render into ETH, then you convert the ETH into Solana, and then you swap the Solana into the new render. IOTA is like the phantom cryptocurrency. It's an ISO coin. It's one of the oldest cryptocurrencies. It was the first feeless or no-cost cryptocurrency out there. It has no adoption at all because of its specific use case, and it's incredibly hard to buy on any exchange and incredibly hard to find any wallet to hold it in, but it is an ISO coin, and it is a big-time player. I generally leave it off of the investments group because it's so complicated to get your hands on, buy and sell and swap. I do have IOTA. I do have ways to get through and fiddle left and right and get to it. But because of its complication, it's not something we build in portfolios generally. But IOTA is an ISO coin, and it is a good one. You guys crack me up. Yes, XRP is fine to purchase on Uphold. Just don't leave it on Uphold. Make sure to take it into self-custody. What do I think of LCX? LCX is the only regulated crypto exchange out there. So when it comes to Robinhood, Coinbase, Crypto.com, LCX is the first actual regulated exchange. So they're very, very safe. They're also an ISO coin. They're ISO approved. So LCX is a very good exchange, especially for those of you in UK and those of you in Ontario who have trouble getting access to certain coins. LCX will give you access to a lot of them, and you should definitely be checking out that exchange. It's a very good one. LCX is an exchange, and LCX is also their cryptocurrency token that represents their exchange, and it's a very, very good one. That's correct. Crypto is not a currency. That's correct. It's a digital asset. Just like a bar of gold is not a currency, just like a bar of silver is not a currency, just like my house, my car, or my stocks or my bonds are not currencies, they're assets. Cryptocurrency is an asset. It is a new asset class. The greatest asset class in the world right now. Would I sell Bitcoin and buy alts? Absolutely. We're going into the bull run right now. You should be holding 0 Bitcoin, all altcoins, and as we exit the season into the bear market, you then get out of all the altcoins and go back into Bitcoin. If you're over $25,000 and you don't know what I'm talking about and you don't know how to build a portfolio, you should be booking a meeting with me, a free 30-minute consultation to see if it's proper for me to design your portfolio for you, if we have synergies, and if it's the right answer for you. But if you don't know what you're doing, you might just be stacking Bitcoin for the long term, which is okay, but you're missing out on the multiplier effect. Bitcoin might double or triple. Other cryptocurrencies might 100 times. Do you understand the difference? Think about $1,000 doubling or tripling, and then think about $1,000 10 timesing, and then think about $1,000 20, 30, 100 times, or even 1,000 timesing. Could you even fathom 10,000 timesing? Sorry, Crypto Mike, I definitely don't need your support. This is the clear scammer, just so everyone knows. You see the comment here from Crypto Mike Drop is the name. If anyone gets a message from Crypto Mike Drop, it's a scam. His comment in the chat is, greetings from Crypto Mike, DM if you need any support. So this is where they trick you. DM me, direct message me. Anyone direct messaging you, talking to you about your money is fucking scamming you. Stop being stupid. If you get a direct message and you don't know who the fuck that person is and they're gonna help you with your crypto, I just wanna tell you in advance that you're a fucking idiot. Just want you to know that now. Before you get burned, you're a fucking idiot because you're positioning yourself for it. If you don't recognize right away, I have no idea who this person is, why are you going to help me with crypto? Why are you messaging me in the first place to help me? If that doesn't register in your brain that that person is a scammer, you probably need to get scammed so you can learn some life lesson. I do not come live every day. Trish Shona, no, I do not. I'm live every Sunday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, every Sunday for Ask Me Anything Crypto. On Tuesdays, occasionally, same time, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I do Tech Talk, where I talk a little bit about what we're doing as a company, behind the scenes, tokenized financial, our upcoming layer 1 blockchain, our upcoming cryptocurrency, our meme token. So we talk a little bit more about the technical stuff about what we do over here in the company on Tuesdays, same time. And on Friday nights, also random, not guaranteed, I do Frequency Fridays. We just had one this past Friday. It was an awesome session. And we talk more about energy. We get away from crypto. We talk about energy. We talk about frequency. We talk about vibration. We talk about becoming better people, better characters, how to level ourselves up, how to be more entrepreneurial, how to overcome our blockages, things like that. So Frequency Friday is a little bit of a twist, but every Sunday and every Tuesday, almost every Tuesday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you'll find me here live, guaranteed every Sunday. So come out with your crypto questions, bring your friends and your family. The opportunity of blockchain is greater than any opportunity I've ever seen. We have a full community of people that are getting wealthy. I encourage you to become part of it. Where will Master be yoy? I have no idea what the fuck you said, but hey, you know, let's just smile together. Let's just smile and be friends anyway. It's not a bad idea. I mean, I have a phone that I use as my business phone and another one that I use my crypto stuff on as a personal phone. So I do separate my phone or my laptop. I do tell my tokenized financial clients, if you could have a computer that you use just for your crypto, that's good. Don't use your family computer. There's just too much potential that you could be connecting somewhere where anyone could access your computer. So it doesn't hurt if you're over the $25,000 range. It doesn't hurt to go spend a couple $100s and get yourself a laptop or a phone that you use just for cryptocurrency, but you don't necessarily have to. You know, this is taking extra measures that may or may not be necessary. What up, Yori? How are you doing? And no, for the last time, Yori, you've already asked me this question multiple times. Bots are not going to affect the bull run. Even Maria replied to it when you wrote it like the third time. She replied to you and said, he already answered your question. And no, there's not going to be any bots affecting the bull run. So for the last time, Yori, there's not going to be any goddamn bots, Yori. Are you trying to light me up, Yori? God damn it. Is my face red yet? I know he's doing that just to get a rile out of me. He just wants me to rant. He wants me to break something. He wants me to throw shit around. I'm on to your games, everyone. Can you send render to an exchange and sell it still? I believe that you can. You can use the base wallet to do it also. The cold wallet that I use, MR, thanks for your question, is the SecUX V20. There is a link in the top of my TikTok page if you want to go to their store and get one. SecUX is the brand. V20, this is the only one that looks like a round coin. They have a bunch of different wallets, but the one that looks like this round coin one is personally my favorite. I don't get paid to say that. It's just my personal favorite wallet. And no, I'm not selling my XRP, no. David, you're going to be in a position to build a portfolio with me soon. Well, feel free to come see me. If you're just a little bit shy, feel free to come see me. As long as you're over that $22,000, $23,000 range, come see me and we'll get you looked after. Is ETH a 10 times or more? Potentially, but the period of time is what we don't understand. Is ETH a 10 times by what period of time? For sure it's a 10 times, but by what period of time? In the next 10 years? In the next 10 days? Like, what are you asking? Do I like small caps? No, most of the time the narrative around small caps is junk, and the small caps themselves are junk, and you probably should have just stacked really good cryptos that I told you to for the last 2 or 3 years. And proof is in the pudding based on your portfolios. And yes, I'm located in Canada. I do travel to the US a lot. We do travel around the world because we're a worldwide community. I'm in the US quite often, as most of our business is done in the US, but I am in Canada. A year ago today, Bitcoin was 63 grand. That's right. It's almost double the price in 1 year. What's it going to be in another year? Roll all your Bitcoin into alts. That's exactly what you should be doing. But if you don't know how to do it, you should be hiring me to design your portfolio for you properly. Because if you're not putting it into the right alts, then the better decision is just leave it in Bitcoin and let it continually hedge its value and grow. Because it will slowly grow, slowly grow. You're just not going to put it over here and get that big boom and then take all that profit and put it back in there, which is a bigger amount to let it sit and grow. Do you understand? So that's really the difference. Bitcoin is the safe play, but the alts is where you're going to make your money in the bull cycle. But if you don't do it properly, the bear market's going to catch you and you're going to lose your money, and then you're going to wish you just left it in fucking Bitcoin. So make sure you know what you're doing or hire a professional. What do I think of IOs? I think IOs is a very good new layer one. I put that up there with Sui. I put that up there with Flare. High potential, but brand new. No ecosystem yet. Very, very volatile. High risk. Will people gain life-changing money if they just hold? Yes. This is why my company is called IHodlLife. Not ITradeLife, not I sell my crypto life, not I swap my crypto life. It's IHodlLife. Do you know what hodl means? It holds on for dear life. Hold on for dear life. It doesn't say sell on for dear life. It doesn't say swap on for dear life. It doesn't say trade on for dear life. It says hold on for dear life. You see, when you understand what I'm talking about when I tell you, you don't buy crypto, the crypto goes up, and then you cash it out and think, woohoo, I have more money. That's for dummies who are fucking brokies and don't understand value. They don't understand money. And they think that putting it into an asset, letting it go up, and then selling the asset, and they think they did something good, but they didn't. They just made a little bit of money. So fucking what? The smart person puts it into the asset goes up, and he recognizes, I don't want to lose that asset, so he leverages the asset because the asset will then grow more money. And then he does whatever he did to get that asset, he repeats it and gets more and repeat. And then you wonder why some people are fucking rich and other people just make some money sometimes. I don't do price predictions. I have no idea what price XRP will be. But my price prediction that I can give you honestly is XRP will one day be a price that you will say to yourself, God damn it, why didn't I just buy more? At the time that I was worrying about, what price will it be? When's it going to be? What's it? At that time, I should have just been buying more. If I would have just fucking focused on just buying more, I'd have more money today. That realization will come to you. That's my prediction. More advanced exchanges such as Crypto.com, such as KuCoin, such as Kraken. If you go on those versus Coinbase as a newbie, you might find them very complicated at first. Don't tell people how much XRP you have, JB5. People will start direct messaging you and try to scam you. Your portfolio went from average size to above average size. That's what I like to hear. What are my thoughts on CeeLo? I have no thoughts for you on CeeLo. What up, Christy Sue, and welcome. Thanks for joining in. Shark, welcome. Once again, I don't have an XRP prediction for you. Stack as much as you can, my friend. Can a cold wallet storage... I think you're asking which one do I use, and it's the SecuX V20. Link is in my TikTok page if you wish to buy one. What are my thoughts on Bard? I don't even know what that is. You hold 50 AVAX. Is that enough for my portfolio? I have no idea. I don't know what your portfolio looks like, nor should you be telling anyone that you have 50 AVAX. When was the last time you went to the fucking shopping mall and you walked around the shopping mall and said, hey, everyone, guess how much money I have in my bank account? Look, everyone. When was the last time you did that? You didn't. Did ya? Because that'd be fucking ludicrous, wouldn't it? So why would you come here in a public channel and start telling people how much crypto you have? Do you not understand that it's money, it's your finances? No matter how much you do or don't have, you still keep that information private. You don't run around and tell people how much money's in your bank account, no matter how rich or poor you are. You just don't. You keep it private. Because you understand a certain level of privacy about that. Personal. It's not about private, it's personal. It's not about don't know, do know, it's just personal. And it's the same with your crypto. Why the fuck would you run around and tell people how much crypto you have? Do you not think that that creates a target on your back? If I walked around the mall with my bank account open and said like, hey everyone, look how much money I have. Do you not think I'm creating a target on my back? Of course I am. So why would you not think you're creating a target on your back running around being like, guess how much XRP I have? Guess how much Avalanche I have? Guess what, guys? I've got crypto. Come stick a gun to my head and try to get it from me. What the fuck is wrong with you? How old am I? I'm like 9,674. Going on like 15. Oh, no, wait, that's just how I act. I mean, Landa, I'm at the age where I no longer gauge myself by age. When someone asks me, when you hit my age, and someone asks you how old are you, you answer in how many millions of dollars you have. So when someone says, how old are you? It just comes out $8 million. It just comes out like that. I'm $8 million. That's how old I am. Once you hit a certain age, there's no more age. It's how much money do you have or don't you have? I told my friend the other day, I said, you know, when you hit your age, man, it has nothing to do with whether you're pretty or not. Are you rich or are you poor? Is it not true? Hi, legend. Can you do an XRP price prediction? No, I cannot do a price prediction because I'll be honest with you and I don't know what price it will be. And I don't know when it will be that price. Do I believe in the future XRP will have constant continuous growth just like we saw Bitcoin do for the last 15 years? Of course we will. But what number it's going to go to and when? I'm not here to sell you a hypothetical pipe dream. But I am here to tell you it's the greatest opportunity and you should keep stacking it with patience and with diamond hands. Where you at? I'm in Phila. I like Philadelphia. I visit Philadelphia quite often. What a beautiful city it is. I am in, I like New York and I like Philadelphia a lot. I am in Canada. So I'm on the north side of the border. How much of the portfolio should be converted into stablecoin at the end of the bull run? That depends on your personal goals and plans and your exit strategy setup. How much are you taking cash? How much are you leaving in? How much are you putting in long-term holds? That changes for every individual based on their wants, their needs, and their desires, and their purpose of their portfolio in the first place. Switch. I'm running low on energy. I must be getting bombarded with too many questions. I can feel it sinking in. I'm going to start winding down the live soon. So Switch, let's get these prizes pulled. If you're in the house, Switch, please pull up the Discord prizes and let's draw our prizes. Thank you. Will people gain life-changing money if they just hold? Yes. The question is will their patience hold long enough? Avalar is a very, very good cryptocurrency. I've been, not Avalar, Axelar. I've been keeping my eyes on Axelar, and they're very, very hot, new, young crypto. Not something that I would necessarily shout out yet, but I've got my eyes on them. Zbeck Network, on the other hand, I'd rather just buy more XRP, more XLM, and other good layer ones before I start jumping on the Zbeck train, to be honest. What do I think about cold storage? That's where you should be putting your cryptocurrency. Mr. 843. You should be putting your cryptocurrency in an offline cold storage wallet so you have self-custody of your own assets. You can't find us on Discord. The link is in the top of my TikTok page. But if you go into the Discord, you can just type in IHodlLife community. Chances are you spelled IHodlLife with one L. Everybody does. Make sure you got two L's in there. It's IHodlLife community, and you'll be able to find us. Also, the link is in the top of my TikTok page. I don't know what happened to the iHodl stickers. They changed when TikTok did their upgrades. They also knocked out 50% of my videos and are no longer eligible for TikTok. It's crazy how TikTok has changed. Will XRP go to 40 cents in the bear market? Likely not. Its bottom will probably be closer to $1.50 or $2, if that at all. No, I don't have any iHodl swag on today. It was a little cool today, so I was wearing some nice wool sweater for good energy and vibration. But I do have iHodl swag hanging beside me on the rack right here. So if you guys want to rep our brand, go check out our store at www.IHodlLife.com. Order yourself some hats, some shirts, some hoodies, some smart swag. Keep in mind all of our clothing you can tap with your phone. It runs on the blockchain. You can create yourself a digital receipt and an NFT, and you can engage in cool ways with your clothing. If your portfolio increases, do you take the initial amount out of profit and reinvest it? Well, that's a very difficult question because it depends on what you want to do. Maybe you need to take some profit. Maybe you want to diversify and reinvest into other cryptos. Maybe you want to leave it there for more compounding effect. There's all kinds of things that might change the answer to that. This is where our service becomes so valuable because we'll handle all that for you. Tokenized Financial will build your portfolio, build your exit strategy, and tell you when you're going to sell it, when you're going to reinvest it, how much to pull out in cash, how much to put in a stable coin, how much to put in long-term holds, et cetera, et cetera. All that will be ironed out for you. Sorry you missed it. What are the expected returns at Tokenized Financial? When you use my broker service, I anticipate to 10 times your money. So if you have a $25,000 portfolio, which is the minimum you must have for it to work with my company, then we anticipate to turn that into $250,000, $250,000. And if you have 100,000, then we anticipate to turn that into $1 million. And if you have $1 million, then we anticipate to turn that into 10 million. In fact, to be honest with you, once you get past the $1 million mark, the bigger your portfolio is, the bigger the gains. It's no longer a 10 times. It's like a 20, 30 times is easy to hit when you have $1 million. It's not so easy to hit when you have 25,000. The smaller amount you have, the harder it is to get so much multiplier. Because if you think about it, $1 million portfolio holding 50 cryptos has like 10, 15, 20 in each crypto, 20K in each crypto. So when it hits a 10 times, it's significant amount of profit. Whereas the other portfolio that's only got 3 or 4 or 5,000, because it's a $200,000 portfolio instead of 2 million, it's only got 3 or 4 or 5K 10 timesing instead of 15 or 20K timesing. So this is where the compounding effect becomes so important in a portfolio, and tightening up a portfolio and missing out on all kinds of good ones that you wish you could have, but you just can't afford them in your portfolio becomes very relevant. You like my baby rants sometimes? Every now and then I just have the urge to bang on my desk and get red-faced, just every now and then. You just got scammed for 20,000 XRP. Well, you probably deserved it. You probably went and communicated with someone you didn't fucking know, and you followed them. Why would you do that? When was the last time you went and did banking with someone who direct messaged you in your fucking TikTok app? When was the last time you did banking with them? You didn't, did you? Because you realized, well, that's a red flag. Yet you went and did crypto with some person you didn't know, and you lost all your money. I mean, I don't feel that bad for you, although I feel bad for you. I would encourage you to follow the IHodlLife community, hit that like and follow, and join our Discord so that that never happens to you again. You would stake your crypto in an attempt to earn passive income. And Kika, why would you stake crypto? To earn passive yield. Why would you want to earn passive yield? Well, why do you go to work? to earn a paycheck, which is passive yield, right? So why not make your money work for you? Do I see 100% of your guests on your live? Not always. The chat goes so fast that people join all the time and I can't see them. It just goes too fast when it shows the names of people joining. I can't catch them all. And same with comments. There's so many comments that come in on my live so fast. I miss hundreds and hundreds of comments every single live. So no disrespect to anyone if I didn't get to your comment. I can't get to them all. If you had a $600,000 portfolio, we would turn that into $6 million. So we would charge a one-time setup fee to set that portfolio up for you and to build you an exit strategy and educate you about all of it, one-time setup fee. And then we would charge 2% every year after year. So January 2026, your first year is included for free. January 2026 would be 2% of whatever the portfolio is. Maybe you cashed it out in January or in December. Maybe you didn't and it's still in there. Who knows? Whatever the portfolio is at, 2% every January, year after year. And that entitles you to have an ongoing connecting to my cell phone. And I will message you directly anytime you need to do anything in your portfolio. And my team members will message you or get in a video call with you anytime you need any educational services, such as how do I, where do I, what do I, we'll walk you through everything, as well as I'll handle all your crypto portfolio. But we do not take your crypto. You keep your crypto. I only provide you educational information, and then you have to execute everything yourself. So you'll become very educated along the way because I need you to be so that you can execute what I tell you to do. So for the gentleman who has a 600K portfolio, I would encourage you to book a 30-minute consultation with me. It's absolutely free. The link is in the top of my TikTok page. And then we can chat personally about what your exact setup fee would be and what your portfolio would look like and what the potentials would be with your portfolio. Do I come live every day? No, I do not. Does Swell have a future? I'm uncertain about that. How much is my service? It depends on your portfolio size. It varies. 2% a year is the same for everybody, but your initial one-time setup fee will vary based on your portfolio size. Feel free to book a free 30-minute consultation with me and we can chat about it. Sam is the winner. Congratulations, Sam. You are the prize winner in our Discord. We're always giving away prizes in our Discord. What did we give away? Half the time I don't even know what we're giving away. 1,000 IHodl points just went into the hands of Sam. IHodl points allow you to enter our prize pools and enter to win for free stuff with free points. So congratulations, Sam. You just won another 1,000 IHodl points, giving you ability to enter into all the free prizes. Yeah, it only shows me 99 at a time. And then once I hit 99 comments, it skips past them and shows me another 99, which is why sometimes 100 comments just vanish because I can't get down them quick enough. What do I think about WLFI? I think it's not a good cryptocurrency. I think it's a pump and dump. I think Trump doesn't know what he's doing in crypto. Crypto Watcher says, I am a tokenized financial client, and it's the best decision I've made. Thank you, Tristan and Maria. Well, you know what? Thank you for making the smart decision to becoming one of our clients, and now you're seeing the rewards. Crypto Watcher said I was lost on what to buy, and they made it very simple. We do make it very simple to understand. Our service is designed very cleverly and carefully so that you can execute everything very easy because we don't have control of your assets ever at any time. We don't have access to your money ever at any time. What do I think about Kula? Never heard of it. Are we in alt season? Technically, yes, because we're not in Bitcoin dominance anymore, but not the alt season that you're expecting yet. No, we're not in small cap season yet. What do I think about Linea? I think Linea is reasonable. It's good, steady growth, but not really something I'd stack in a portfolio. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank everybody for coming out to my live today. Another fun session here at IHodlLife. Thanks for tolerating my shenanigans. Thanks for tapping that screen. Thanks for almost 200,000 likes. You guys are all amazing. I got big love for all of you. Before I leave my live today, I always like to share some good vibrational information with you. So when you leave my live today, I was reading something today that made me think a little bit, and I'm going to share it with you guys for some good positive energy at the end of our live. Let's see, where did I put it? Okay, so this is so that we talked before, 2 Sundays ago, we talked about men, we talked about the identity that you have of yourself, and we talked about how you can keep yourself in that money mindset, in that wealth and abundance mindset. But 50% of your ability to stay in that money wealth mindset is the women that are involved in your life. Whether it's a sister, a mother, a girlfriend, or a intimate lover like a girlfriend, a wife, something like that, they directly affect your identity of your wealth mindset. And that's natural because we as men want to be the provider and the supplier to them on a subconscious level. So this information is really for the ladies that are out there. For all you ladies that are watching my live right now, and you want more abundance to come into your life, and you want your man to have more abundance come in, and you want the gentleman in your life, and it doesn't have to be like your husband, it could be your brother, it could be your father, it could just be the men in your life that are important to you. If you want them to have more money and more things, then here's some guidance and some advice that I have for you. So the first thing is stop feeding him through his belly. And you're going to say, what the fuck? I thought the way to a man's heart was through his belly. I want to bring something up very important. We've talked here about the identity of a man's self. So when you feed him, what you need to be feeding is not his stomach. Because a man is a fucking man. He can walk his fat fucking ass to the kitchen. He can make himself a sandwich all on his own. He can. But what he can't do is he can't validate his own identity of himself. And that's what you need to do. You need to feed his spirit, not his stomach. So ladies, try to think about that. Try to think about when you look at your man, when you look at the men in your life, try to think about, how do I feed him? How do I feed their spirit? Don't think about feeding their belly. Don't think about, are you hungry? Let me satisfy your physical nature. No, 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 no. Focus on his spiritual nature. Focus on how he feels. Focus on who he is and nourish that. Nourish that with gentleness. That's how you feed his spirit. And once you feed his spirit, feeding his stomach will be not even something that's relevant to think about, because his spirit will grow so strong. Abundance will be so available that feeding the stomach will become something not even relevant, because you realize you're not thinking in the physical anymore. You're thinking in the etherical. You're thinking way levels ahead. You're thinking on the level what produces the physical, not living in the physical. So stop, ladies. Stop feeding the men in your life. Stop feeding their stomachs. Back up a little bit and think, how can I feed their spirit? How can I feed the identity that I know is so important that they must have for them to be whatever they want to become? That's how you feed a man. The next one is, don't try to control a man, ladies. Stop trying to decide what a man should do, and instead use your God-given power of femininity. You see, I got news for all you ladies out there, and you may not like it, but I got real fucking news for you, and this is the goddamn truth. You are not equal to men. Period. You're not. Let me say it one more fucking time. Ladies, listen up. You are not equal to men. You are far superior. Far superior. You know why you can have a baby and I can't? Because you're a girl and I'm not. You're far superior. Do you know why you give something to a man and he'll destroy it? But you give something to a woman and she'll grow something from it? Because you're far superior. So you use your superior femininity and you look at your man and you understand the value of his spirit and you use your intuition. So now you're feeding his spirit, not his stomach. And now instead of trying to tell him what to do, you're going to guide him through intuition, through softness, through kindness. That's how you take control. The man will always be the head of the house. But don't forget, ladies, you are superior. You are the neck, and the neck controls the head. But when you do it in a bad and manipulative manner, you will see the spirit of the man. You will see it diminish. You will see it fall apart. You will see it become lesser of a man. But when you feed the spirit, and when you feed that with love and kindness and intuition, because you have that superiority, you'll watch his spirit grow. You'll watch your life as a whole become greater. And one more important thing, this might be the most important thing. When you look at the men in your life, ladies, and you see turmoil, you see the weight, you see the look in the eye, you can feel the pressure, you can feel what life is doing to that man. All men go through it, we're men. But when you can see it as a woman, when you can see it in your men, stop trying to comfort them. You're making a mistake by comforting them. A man does not need to be comforted. Stop being a fucking pussy. You don't need any comforting. Do you know what you ladies need to do instead of comforting men when they're in their hard places? You don't need to comfort them at all. You need to remind them. You need to remind them who they are. Remember I talked about feeding the spirit of the man so he understands his identity of who he is? You need to remind him who the fuck he is, because somehow the fucking universe made him forget who he was. Action, life, money, circumstance, other people, something made him forget who he was. So fuck comforting him. And remind him who he is. Remind him of that soul that you're feeding, that spirit that you're feeding. Remind him that he's your man, or a man in your life, a man. Remind him of what men need to be reminded of because their ego is heavy. Women are far superior on a mental nature, for they have the ability to see around corners. They have the ability to look and see things that are going to happen in a man's life before he's even aware of it, because women have a superior intuitive nature. That's why they are the nourisher and the man is the protector. You cannot split the truth of gender truth. You cannot. There is blue and red in every single vibration. I just wanted to share that little bit of wisdom for you, so that those of you ladies out there that have men in your life, be it fathers, brothers, husbands, boyfriends, spouses, whatever it is, to feed their soul, not their stomach. To remember to remind them who they are and stop trying to comfort their fucking feelings. Remember that the identity a man has of himself is the direct result of who he becomes. When you leave my live today, everyone, go out into the world and try to be the best version of yourself. Imagine if everybody out in the world was just another version of you, and you knew that. Do you think maybe you'd start treating people a little better? Do you think maybe the person who you so quickly run to judgment about how they look or how they act, do you think maybe you would reserve that a little bit if you thought to yourself, that's actually just another version of me? Fuck, what's wrong with me? Do you not think that there'd just be just a sliver more compassion? Because that's the truth. All is one. So when you go out into the world, when you leave my live today, try to do it with integrity. Try to look around the world and recognize that it's all fucked up and it's my job, my placement, not somebody else's, to try to do every little thing that I can to make my environment and my life and my people around me better. And for you ladies out there, you can start by feeding the soul of the men that are around you. Thanks everyone for coming to my live right here on another IHodlLife Sunday. You know we always kick up some shenanigans, but we always end the live with a little bit of positive love. So get out of my live and go out into the world and love people for no fucking reason at all. Don't need an excuse or a condition to care or be kind to the world around you. Stop removing your ability to be kind and care for the world around you based on your perception of someone, and start trying to just be genuine. See you later, everyone. I hope you have an amazing weekend. Don't forget to smile everywhere you go. You never know who might be falling in love with it. Have a great day. I'll see you here on Tuesday for Tech Talk Tuesday, maybe on Friday, but definitely next Sunday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And don't forget to check out our store. Order yourself some crypto swag so you can rock the crypto brand in your city. And all you tokenized financial clients out there that are sitting on the fences waiting to get going, I encourage you to get your portfolios designed yesterday. See you, everyone. Have a great day and happy Sunday.